this is Star. See you out. Star, copies all. Go ahead. Message to observer. Alpha 3 rounds, 18 delay in effect. 3 guns. Bravo 2 rounds. Advise, give a visual on conversion grid atomic uniform. 5-9er, 1-1-9er. No, we're onto them. Break.
Great. Visualize. I don't know how anybody ever did that. Be up in your face. All right. What up, everybody? Welcome to Esports County Pmgc Scrims. This is the warm-up, ladies and gentlemen. The clock is ticking down to Pmgc. It's only going to start in a week, so we've got all the teams here tonight. All the usual players are in the lobby, ready to go, and we're gonna see teams from all across the Eastern Division. And this will be one of the first times that they've gone up against each other. And I'm GANSKY, by the way. It's been a minute. Check out the links below. You can get involved there. I've got with me my homie G SECCI. It's been a minute. Good to see you, SECCI. How you been?
Yeah, pretty good yourself.
Yeah, man.
It's been a little while.
When I showed you that slot, like I just sent the slot list to SECCI, and he's like, "Let's go, let's go."
Yeah, it's been a little while for me casting. I'm pumped to get back into the seat. And looking at that lineup, I couldn't pass it up. We had to have a crack at it, so I'm pumped to see. Like, the lineup we've got is absolutely amazing. Obviously, like BIGETRON, Red Aliens, Team Secret, DRS, the Infinity, NIGMA Galaxy, Rejects. We got DWG, KIA, FAZE, Full Rivals, and obviously more. I'll let you continue that one, GANSKY.
Yeah, like all I can really say about the Eastern Division of Pmgc is it is stacked. Like, this is going to be the most stacked tournament we've ever witnessed. We don't even know who two of the Chinese teams are. They're going to be decided this weekend at the penultimate PEL finals of Season 4, but we know that Tong Jie Bao Esports is going to be representing China as well. They're not here tonight, but they will be in the Pmgc. But we've got teams from Nepal, we've got the best from Japan, Korea, we've got Mongolia as well. Unfortunately, Zeus not making it this far, but there is a new kid on the block from the Mongolian region, STALWART Esports. We've got CRYPTICS as well. These guys from Morocco. It was amazing to see their come up, and I think we are just about to kick things off. It looks like the game has begun.
All right, so we'll have about 90 seconds, I think, till we'll get started, is it? And
Yeah, it'll take a
RICO
minute.
Infinity team. Yeah, RICO Infinity team.
RICO came out of left field. Saudi Arabian team won the PMPL championship for South Asia and Middle East, North Africa. Just really steady, consistent gameplay, racking up kills, getting placement points. Like, just, you know, it's kind of a team that flew under the radar. Like, I was like, oh yeah, they got another chicken dinner. Oh yeah, they got another chicken dinner. And then all of a sudden they've won the whole thing. Like, it was, it's definitely, and not a team I'd really heard of, but definitely one I'd like to see more of.
I've seen them a little bit, and yeah, they've got some definitely got some potential to get there. And so MS CHONBURI we've got as well, and BC SWELL. I think that's going to round out the lineup for tonight. But obviously these are scrims as well, so it's going to be interesting to see how they do go in scrims. But do you think they are going to give away all their trade secrets tonight? I think, GANSKY? What do you reckon?
What we'll see is teams fighting over drop spots. That's generally the most important thing to be doing in this situation. Is, you know, I want to go Rozhok. I know you go Rozhok. Let's see who comes out of Rozhok alive, and teams will be doing that because some teams love their drop spots. Some teams can be quite flexible, so you'll definitely see a lot more hot dropping action than you would probably see in the Pmgc itself. Or you never know, like maybe Pmgc will just be an absolute, like, it'll just be wild as hell. I mean, if you look at the lineup, why not? But yeah, they probably teams will be keeping a few tricks up, you know, in the back pocket. Or maybe they could be trying some stuff out.
I think that's really what it's going to come down to tonight. It's going to be a lot of teams just trying to test a few things out. Obviously, they'll be assessing where everyone's rotations are, all that kind of stuff as well. I think we'll see a lot of that. But it looks like we are going to get game number 1 underway. So obviously the plane is now launched, and we're ready to jump on out.
So we got a nice view of the map here as we go.
So it looks like the flight path is going to start from roughly hospital area right over on that western side, obviously around the mid-western side, and end up at Novo. So that does mean the flight path is going to be a little bit focused on the south. And obviously places like Yasnaya Mansion, obviously a massive long jump. Yasnaya's obviously out. You need to get a vehicle if you do want to head it there. But it does look like we have got a couple of teams dropping, or sorry, one team dropping early on, and that is looks like CS is going to be heading out. So CRYPTICS out to North Georgie. We've got RICO Infinity jumping around towards Ruins. It looks like they're going to try and go to that northern portion of the island. But in the middle of the map, that's where we're seeing a lot of teams jumping. And so there is going to be definitely potential for some action in these early stages of the match.
Yeah, it looks like BIGETRON, Red Aliens from Indonesia, they're heading up to farm. That's their usual spot. We've got STALWART Esports going to Novo Repnoye, Rejection Scarlet. Pretty stock circle as well. I mean, that's not giving away too many. But look at this cluster of teams.
Yeah, Potato Hills obviously pretty much dead smack in the middle. Looks like we've got the Infinity heading down to middle base as well. They're going to have it nice and easy as with Stalwarts over at Novo. But definitely that farm area is looking pretty hot and heavy as with Roshok school areas. I'm keen to see what's going to happen down.
Yeah, we've got a lot of teams around this area that look like around the shelter area going for cars. But we do have a fight kicking off already in Roshok. We've got on top from DEADEYES guys. They always fight over Roshok. One knock onto 4 rivals so far. He did get up. He did get. Mate, he went in with the crop. Mate, DEADEYES guys making a statement here. On top. Yeah, they're gonna hunt him down. Yeah, 4 kills on the board for DEADEYES guys already. And that's Roshok. Done and dusted for them for map number 1. We've still got 4 games to go. And we'll have to see. Good question. I don't know. But it's probably going to have some Miramar involved and a bit of Sandhawk as well, you could imagine. Looks like AJ's rocking the VSS. It's had a bit of a buff lately too. It'd be interesting to see if the VSS is featured more predominantly. Yeah, you can see at this stage they're just really focused on looting. You can see the speed that these guys are moving around at, and yes, Naya, that is somewhere that these guys have been going for a long time. But we do see BIGETRON in the kill feed. And it looks like there's Sluxy's on the defense here. It's like they don't realise he's there. You can see the rest of the team though. Just rotating past, that's Ryzen going down. They are. Looks. I think they're pushing in on Highboy. Oh, that nade! If he's able to get it. Oh. You can see Zuxy now a solo player, just trying to keep his head down, trying not to make too much noise here. Doesn't want Rejection Scarlet to figure out where he is. They're very spread out. I mean, that's oh, the snake play. What a grub, but the rest of the boys. Yeah, we're starting to see a lot of engagements. Where are DRS fighting at the moment? Yeah, they're still fighting MSC, Inyas, Naya. Brilliant nade there. Oh, I could. Brilliant nade there from Pop. That is going to be the push now. Wait, the footwork from AJ on that wall. What in the hell are we seeing? This is definitely PMGC level gameplay right here. Oh, he gets... Hey, he takes his teammate out. That was a... It's a bit of a misplay there. It's an unfortunate mistake. Hey, he's just lobbing nades. He's just like, go away, leave me alone. I just wanted to loot. Yes, no, but this is the drop spot. This is like, you know, DRS have been coming here. I think that nade actually did some damage. But yeah, I have seen that in the kill feed. Mate, MSC still going. This guy's still. He's trying to clutch it here. Up again. Oh, this is risky. AJ's quite close. Goes for the drop shot. Can he get the squad fight? Ah, NIGMA. Oh, NIGMA, we better get a first aid off. Oh, does NIGMA actually have heals? Oh, I don't know if he can get that first aid. That is going to be on the line. Yeah, he might be able to pick AJ up there, but that fight went on a little bit too long. For DRS, they took heavy casualties as well. Yeah, and you know what? We haven't seen a lot of Stalwart esports so far. They haven't had any kills. They've been keeping a low profile here. Scry action top. That is actually going to be DRS there out in a kill feed going down the play zone. So they can spot out Team Secret.
Looks like NIGMA Galaxy's got pretty ham as well. BCS Skylar unfortunately does get confirmed. But obviously, Store trying to put pressure on to Team Secret. We've got Mad Boy, Mad Toy Boy, which is, oh sorry, Mad Toy, that is down below, a little bit isolated from the rest of the squad. But we also got shots coming in from another direction. So BCS under pressure at the moment as NIGMA Galaxy to push on in. You got Freak on that front line, Lord halfway back. I don't believe Hamdi's got sightlines just yet, so might have to slow this one down. But BCS feeling the pressure at the moment. Freak just continues to put the pressure on. Justice decides he's gonna not have a bar of it, pushes right on out. Nades super close at the moment. Does manage to dodge and avoid.
Look at the movement from Justice. I mean, this is one of my favourite players.
Absolutely holding it down for the most. Lost our Lord in the distance. It's a little bit of a tap on, but it's only going to be a little lost up.
Yeah, they're gonna have to get out of here in a minute.
There's a zone, yeah, closing right now on these guys. Lord gets spotted. Justice, what a spray! That was an absolute laser, Ganksy.
Yeah, mate, these guys are pretty good at the game. Like, it's an absolute pleasure to be able to witness this spectacle. But we'll see. Yeah.
So Stalwart, obviously. No, I thought they were going to sort of disengage and start into zone, but they are sort of still looking to take the fight as that Team Secret will need to move as well very soon. And it looks like Lord, unfortunately, does get confirmed. That's going to mean NIGMA Galaxy down to 1 or 2 players, unfortunately. It looks like they might have a little bit of trouble with Infinity. No, NIGMA Galaxy, unfortunately, do get finished off. And they'll be eliminated. We're down to 8 teams, 24 players remaining. And still, a lot of teams do need to move in position to the next zone.
And looks like Ball Justice getting taken out by Rejection Scarlet here.
Well, unfortunately, will get confirmed as well. We'll see how Tomato now looking to push on up. They are just going to slam Rejects, it seems. Team Secret, they're in a lot of pressure. Stalwart, these guys have been hunting, and it looks like it is definitely paying off. They've managed to get a knock on a 1.
We're about to see the next circle 5 pop, and what kind of a circle is that?
But look at Zuxy's position right up on the north. He's managed to sneak this one in. He's got position. It's very unlikely that zone is going to go north, but if it does, that's going to be paying dividends like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, Zuxy's not a bad little spot there for him. He can get into zone quite easily, and yeah, that's for playing as a solo this whole game, he's done quite well for himself.
I guess the next question is, are we going to see the submarines start to come out as well? Looking at that zone with so much water inside zone, likely to be water in the next zone. It's definitely going to be interesting. The Rejects continuing to move on up. They're going to try and run this corner. They've got Infinity on one side, Stalwart on the other, as they look to smash and grab some land in Watertown. Still on the outer. Oh, unfortunately, God, Honey is going to go down as well for Infinity. I don't think we are going to see a revive coming out from there. Stalwart looks like they are trying to push to get the confirmed rejects. Now with a solid position on the outside of Watertown. But at the moment, Deadeyes holding down a great position around Watertown. They've got a nice split. They're pretty much trying to stop anyone else from coming in. Obviously, from the eastern side, someone might be able to sort of sneak in there, but they've got a nice spread over it.
Yeah, a couple of kills as well. They've done quite well this game. We're down to 6 teams here. Action. I mean, this is Stalwart Esports now starting to stand up and say hello.
I expect to see that fair bit tonight. Right, so Infinity, we got Newsy. Now looking to put the pressure on a Stalwart, forced to move on up that zone. Obviously, centering up nicely for this one. So all teams, or not all teams, but all the teams on the outside, they are definitely going to have to start creeping on up, getting themselves into a solid position inside this next zone.
The Pika there getting a headshot onto CRYPTICS. CRYPTICS been very quiet this game.
Great shots coming out from Newsy.
Yeah, a few connections there. Now, this next circle could be very bad news for some of these teams.
So CRYPTICS got one down on the outside of zone. He may be able to get just in front. There might be a revive coming out, but surely STALWART's got to be continuing to put the pressure on from that position. But where's this next zone gonna go? Surely it's gonna go to the south. Surely.
Oh, I reckon it goes to the middle.
So we've got everyone. Everyone has to move in this zone.
Yeah, nobody got blessed by that.
Which is good, because obviously it sort of makes it life challenging for all these teams. But Marshall just obviously trying to snake this one up. Chapo, unfortunately, is still down at the moment. Looks like we've got Dexter that is going to try and push on over to try and get that revive. But they are on the short side of zone. Obviously, they've got STALWART to worry about a little bit. But if Marshall can just hold them back for the time being, we might see these guys go back up to full numbers. So rejects, I feel like they're in a fairly prime position to try and possibly get a couple of kills on their way out. As you'll see, there's a lot of teams that will start to move now, like DEADEYES already trying to make their move. And see on top, he's being spotted out by Divine, but Divine obviously senses the better of his position and does get back into hard cover before the return fire comes out. So rejects, at the moment they've got that sort of position pretty much uncontested. They will need to continue to move on forward. So with DEADEYES holding back a couple of players up the north, they're getting a revive on a one. There is a potential fight for those two teams to come into play as this zone does start to close. And that is happening right now. That zone is now starting to close. Scry does manage to get Marshall down from CRYPTICS. So STALWART feel like they've been very, very aggressive this game, and they are looking like a team to be contended with, as they have got 5 kills so far.
Yeah, they're taking a lot of fights. Action getting knocked though. They've got to be careful as this zone is shifting in now. You can see DEADEYES guys. They are getting a very nice position in zone here. The only thing that could go wrong for them would be SECCI coming up from behind.
They've got no idea he's there at the moment either. So just sort of wait this one out, but Scry now looking to put the pressure back on to CRYPTICS up the north. These guys still outside of zone. They are going to need to continue to move on up. RICO unfortunately does go down for reject, so Divine, the last one standing now for reject, is going to be going head to head with Pika, it seems. Pika pushes on over. It's going to be through the smoke. We've got blind sprays happening out.
That's his spot in. There he is.
What is even happening? Drop shot comes in. What?
Pika, what are you doing, mate?
Oh, Pika.
He did actually get him with the bolt action. He got him with the bolt action. But come on, come on, Pika. Come on, Pika.
So 3 teams remain. BTR still in the mix.
BIGETRON Red Alien, SECCI, he's still in it. I mean, he could get the chicken dinner here. Why not? I mean, we DEADEYES guys, they've got 4 on the ground. It's a 4v3 up against CRYPTICS, so
this is definitely interesting finale. We've got Zone 6 is going to be 50% water still. So SECCI still not seen yet. Will he be able to get in and potentially pull second? That's the real question here.
How are Chapo and Dexter going to get into this, though? That's the question. They've got to cross a pretty wide open space. And that wide open space is being guarded by DEADEYES guys.
I think they've been laying low enough, though, that they should have plenty of utility, as in over on that western side. I think the positioning has been really, really good in that regard. They've managed to find sort of an opening and take it and hold on to it without being too contested to try and grab that chicken dinner. But will it pay off? That's the question.
Oh,
so Senkai getting rocked by
yeah, that nade was close.
So no, Senkai's been smashed pretty hard as well. He doesn't have a helmet, so he's going to be fighting this one.
Now watch for SECCI, because SECCI has to come out of the water as well at this point. So this is his time to make his move.
So So it looks like Dexter has managed to creep his way into a zone, but Deadeyes all focused on Senke. It seems they are sort of leaving Senke with some open angles here. But they realise that obviously if Senke puts his head up, there's chance they're just about to take it off. So Fragboy looking to mow the lawn. He's got a fair idea of where Dexter is. Just able to get shots on as there is a bit of tree in for cover. But Deadeyes holding centre zone now. Surely it's got to be game set match for Deadeyes. They're up to 8 kills. They are absolutely smashing this game. So maybe the position's not as well known as I actually thought. Looking at where Fragboy is sort of starting to spray. Obviously, SECCI, he has managed to get himself into this zone. And he's actually behind Deadeye. So he could get an opportune nade on these guys. That could be the what turns the tide on to Deadeyes here. Oh, perfect nade on top. Gets Dexter. The push comes out. Fragboy leading that charge. We do have Senke. You will be looking to hold these guys back. No, they pull on up just a little bit for the time being. Obviously, got plenty of smokes there. SECCI still just creeping in from behind it. Actually, looks like he's got a little bit of cover here where he can take it. But he comes in to play. He manages to take down Taruri loves her. Oh, it puts the pressure on. It gets one. Shifu. Oh, no, but unfortunately, he's going to be finished off there by Fragboy. BDR going out in 3rd position. And he's just Cryptics and Deadeyes left. Back up, Senke. What can he do here? Unfortunately, he gets his noggin taken straight up on top with the UMP. And that is going to be first chicken dinner for Deadeyes, guys.
Yeah, well done there for Deadeyes, guys. Taking out the chicken dinner, game number 1. Cryptics doing a fantastic job getting in 2nd place as well. And BIGETRON, I mean, no kills, but hey, he didn't even no kills. He knocked like 3 people there at the end. STALWART ESPORTS, they had a few kills. 4th place, not too shabby. Rejects there with a total of 11 kills.
Yeah, obviously, we had... my apologies for butchering your name. Is it... How do I say that one? Is it Rejai? 7 kills, obviously smashing this game as well. Obviously, it looks like he is the top fragger of the match. But yeah, obviously, great game for game number 1. Any final thoughts?
Oh, it was great to see the way that STALWART were rotating there, and yeah, I was a big fan of BIGETRON. That fight with DRS in Yansnaya was incredible. I mean, they almost got taken out. Well, they did get taken out actually. They got taken out to the blue, so they'll probably have to rethink their strategy about how they're gonna take on Yansnaya moving forward.
Yeah, well, I guess obviously that's something you need to be concerned about and all that kind of stuff. Well, I guess really you've just got to pick your times when you do disengage. And obviously, after that match, there is a little bit of room for improvement. I'm sure they will start to focus on that a little bit more, and they'll make sure it doesn't happen again. But yeah, I'm super keen to see what we're going to be doing for game number 2 coming up very shortly. How long have we got for the break?
I'm not sure. How long do we have? I haven't got the codes yet from anyone, so well, we'll just see. But let us know.
Yeah, well, no, I was going to say that was a really good game though, coming out from Deadeyes guys. It's in their positioning. They managed to get that real wide positioning around Watertown, and I feel that they'll manage to hold down that real area. And of course, that sort of coastline or the riverfront there was going to be a major factor when it comes to those zones that were coming out. As in, it was almost guaranteed that you were going to have water in that next zone. So to be able to get that entry in and follow that sort of coastline, it was very unlikely that you had someone up to the north. Obviously, you could see most of them, they weren't paying attention to the north, which possibly they should have been a little bit more aware there. Obviously, it was actually there, as you can see, it was like in full view at some of those stages, but that was a really good move early on in phase 4, probably about phase 4 of the match, that I feel like really paid off for those guys.
I'm just looking at how many people are watching this. Hello, everyone. I hope you're enjoying the stream.
So if you haven't already, make sure you do smash that subscribe button on the Esports County channel. While you're at it, hit up Ganksy's as well. And if you're ever on Trovo, hit me up as well. It is just SECCI on there. But yeah, so I hope you guys have been enjoying the stream so far. We've still got 4 more matches to come up. And I'm pumped after game number 1. We saw some, definitely saw some solid action, and I'm expecting it to only heat up even more as we progress through the night.
Yeah, I'm just reading everyone's comments. A lot of love in the chat for Deadeyes, guys. A lot of support for South Asia. South Asia is such a strong region right now. It's the feeling, you know, as we're, you know, we're so close to Pmgc. It's just like, what is going to happen? Because last time, I mean, remember Zeus almost beating Nova and 4am. Like, I feel like I just feel like some other team is going to do the same thing. I want it to be Stalwart Esports. That's kind of my team. Let us know in the chat who you think is just going to come out of left field and show us how it's done. Who do you think, SECCI, like, could just, you know, shock the world as Zeus did in the last Pmgc?
So, to be honest, it's really anyone's game. Like, I'm probably a little bit biased as in the same sort of deal as in our sort of region that we've sort of, I guess, grown up in, has sort of had the likes of the team from Stalwart Esports and all that kind of stuff. So I'm very, very familiar with those guys. So I'll sort of, I'll be behind those guys fairly well. But if you want to, one of my real wildcard ones that I think has got a lot of potential, or not wildcard, but that's got a lot of potential, is NIGMA Galaxy. I think if they could get on the money, and if they are in full swing, they are definitely going to be a team to contend with. But yeah, as Gangsky said, let us know in the chat. We'll keep an eye on the chat and see what you guys think, what teams you guys are supporting. It'll be awesome to see who you guys are supporting, and yeah, we'll obviously trying to get a bit of focus on those guys.
Yeah, it's you've got to have a team, you know. It's we're at that point now. Like, I'm a Stalwart Esports fan. I'll say it. I just like their gameplay, and I know the boys as well, and yeah, they're a great team. And let us know who your team is, who you think is going to win, and why you think they're going to win. What do you think they're doing differently? It's so cool when you just get to see these teams from all of these regions coming together. Who has the best style? What is the best gameplay? What tricks are they doing that, you know, some of the other regions haven't figured out yet, you know?
Definitely.
I did see a bit of VSS in the last game. Did see a few people with the VSS. I didn't see many using it.
In saying that, the one that we didn't really see a great deal of was the DP. Don't think I saw a great deal of that actually coming out.
Yeah, they've reduced the damage on the DP28.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember Bushka was saying it's like quite a substantial nerf, and they've increased the damage on the VSS quite a lot, and the AKM has had a huge buff as well. The AKM is probably the best all-around CQC weapon at the moment.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because obviously there was quite a lot of M4s. We saw a few sort of Uzis in the mix as well. And the
DMRs have had a buff as well. So there's been some big bonus point to the damage for like the headshot ratio for a Mini 14 SKS.
Obviously, Baker as well, running the Baldy, managing to get that point blank.
It wasn't even like he had one in the clip. Like he ran it, like he just missed the entire clip of his M4. I mean, you know, we didn't see that. That didn't happen. Yeah. And then he's pulled out the bolty, and he still had to load it up. Like, it didn't have one in the chamber. So it was a bit of a potato effort on both sides there. But that's the quick thinking, you know, like, I'm out of ammo on this guy. I'll just get this gun. Oh, it needs a reload. I'll just kind of duck and weave and yeah.
Surprised he just about didn't pull out a Scorpion out of his back pocket or something like that. A bit of a track with that.
It's interesting you don't really see these guys carry pistols. I wonder what that is. I can't remember the last time I ever saw high-level gameplay where someone's just pulled out a sawn-off shotgun or a P18C. We did see a crossbow at the start. What about on top Deadeyes guys? I mean, that's some serious style points there.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, what a way to start off the match that one was. Because yeah, basically, I think that was just about the first knockout of it, wasn't it? No, we had one other. They managed to get one other knock before that, but they definitely managed to line it up, had the patience, and managed to somehow pull off.
And Deadeyes won. Like they, you know, it wasn't a fluke. They wanted it. And
yeah, it was, and obviously, theoretically, they own Roz now as well, so they'll be quite happy with that. But will we see them be dropped on again? I guess that's the real question.
I think you've got to have another crack. Yeah, I mean, you can't just take a 1-0 and walk away from your drop spot. You've got to see, maybe try something different. Especially DRS. I don't know what's going to happen with DRS if they have to go somewhere else.
Yeah. I guess
the next map is going to be Miramar, by the way.
So the next map is going to be Miramar. What do we got for the rest of them? Do you know the rest of the lineup that we got coming out?
That's a very good question. I don't know the answer to.
That's all right. Don't stress about that. So obviously,
I'll ask the powers that be.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So Miramar, what are you expecting to see on Miramar?
It depends where zone goes. You know what kind of game you see on Miramar. Like if there's plenty of hills in it, it's, you know, people can move around. You see a lot of teams at the end. If they have to traverse those large valleys in vehicles, like, it's just brutal. It's it's a really difficult map to rotate around because you can just blow up vehicles from such long distances. But we'll I'm not sure which of these teams really favour Miramar. Like, I know STALWART, it's probably one of their favourite maps. It's my favourite map as well. I don't know what your favourite map is. Mine is definitely Miramar. It's just
mine's always going to be the dirty Sandhawk. I love it.
You've got, mate, really? Why do you like Sandhawk?
Because it is wall to wall action that it's just pretty much non-stop. From go to woe, there's always action, so you just constantly going at it. So for a casting point of view, that's why I really like Sandhawk. But in saying that, I do like the different strategies that obviously you can take, the rotations, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it's interesting to see when a team go full aggressive, how much they can come out on top, providing they play their positions right when it comes to Sandhawk. But that really does still apply to all the maps as well. And I guess with Miramar, really, most of the time, establishing a solid position early on can be fairly critical because, yeah, obviously, as you said, you've got a lot of hills, you've got a lot of wide open spaces. Now, when you're going up a hill, obviously you're going to be a little bit slower. So you're an easy target, all that kind of stuff as well. But rotations being such a wide open space can be a really death trap, pretty much.
Yeah, Sandhawk, you've got a lot of cover. Like, you're never too far away from a tree or a rock. Like, you've always got something to work with if you kind of get pounced upon by another team. Whereas in Miramar, you can really get caught, like, with your pants down in the middle of a valley. Everyone's rotating in vehicles, and the enemies at the top, they've got the high ground position, all prone with M4s, with 4Xs. Yeah, it's merciless, but it's I like the fact that it's got terrain and the compounds aren't as important on Miramar. I don't like compounds. I'm not a huge fan of them.
Yeah, I guess my play style when I do play is, you know, I'm a terrain guy as well. I'm not a massive fan of holding compounds, but obviously they've all got their place in the match as well. And if you hold a compound well, you can generally take the match as well if you've got.
If you hold it well, yeah. But you see the way these guys play, and, like, you know, they know every single way to fill a room with nades, and it's just like, are you better off inside or outside?
Yeah. Yeah, it is, and I guess that really comes down to when you are holding it is about, like, that team sort of synergy. Really does come into play when you're trying to hold down a compound as such.
All right, we are entering the lobby, so we should be kicking off very shortly.
Nice.
Game number 2. So game number 2 is going to be Miramar, and then after that, game number 3 will be Erangel. and then we're going to Sandhawk, and then Miramar again. Yeah, I don't know.
It's a double Miramar.
Yeah, I love double Miramar. Like,
Well, I'm keen to see that one.
I am missing Vikendi. I will say, I miss Vikendi.
Well, to be honest, I would have thought it would have actually come into the mix by now.
Yeah, bring it back.
The
Like,
mix.
remember Ryzen clutching it up against Orange Rock on Vikendi. Like, that is, you know, I can remember that right now. Like from the World League last year. Like, it's a good map, and these guys know how to play it. Just let them. We want to see it. It's like, I don't enjoy it, but I enjoy watching it at this level. Like, it's like, wow, you know, it's amazing. So we are, we've got about a minute before we kick off on the plane. See what our flight path is going to look like.
So everyone's obviously starting to pack their chutes, getting ready, loaded up in the plane, as we'll be hitting Miramar game 2. So I guess it will be interesting to see if we get a stock standard sort of zone flight path where it does sort of split the map in half, or I guess the game becomes really interesting when the teams on Miramar don't get their chosen drop spots, which obviously being such a large map, it can definitely happen, and you can see a lot of double ups because on location. So that's where you can see the earlier fights when the flight path is on a sort of edge as such. So if that's going to be the case, I'd expect to see a few early fights. If not, chances are I'd say we'll see most of the teams get to their chosen drop spots pretty much uncontested, with it being such a large map.
Right, we are ready to...
Ready to head on in to Miramar. So we're going to be starting off at Minas del Sur and pretty much ending at Tora Ahumada. So the flight path pretty much central on this one. So we should see most of the teams get their chosen drop spots, as I sort of just discussed early on. But it looks like CRYPTICS, they're going to be the first out of the plane yet again, as they were in game number 1.
Yeah, they're going to be heading to Valdemar by the looks of it.
Yeah, well, I guess really in game number 1, they managed to get a free ride into zone. It was not that far away from where they were. Will they get that in this match? So BTR obviously jumping out. It looks like they're going to hit sort of south of Lost the Owners. But Tuma Sarah potentially might have a little bit of action there. No, MSC's heading there. Looks like BTR sort of starting to regroup together. But it does look like Picardo is going to be uncontested, or not going to have anyone there in this match either. So does that mean Sam Martin will be fairly hot? At the moment, it's sort of looking like that could be a potential. Oh, what a zone. So zone obviously heading on over, centering up around Monte and the Weibo. We do have a couple of squads here as well. It is going to be Infinity that will be here. We do have another team up on the top. I believe it might be Genesis Dogma, if those colours line up. No, sorry, it's going to be a RICO Infinity team. My apologies.
It's Infinity. It's Battle of the Infinities here in Monte Nuevo.
So RICO Infinity with that 2 up top at the moment. Obviously, the Infinity do realise there is players there as well. But it's a pretty wide split we've got coming out from RICO Infinity, because you've got a couple, or at least one of the players right out to the eastern side. That might be a real wild card when it comes to the Infinity if they do start to engage.
Looks like they're just satisfied to loot quietly for now.
I guess one thing that we haven't really touched on as well is, unfortunately, the Infinity, they did start this match off with just a 3-man squad, but Prestigo now starting to get tagged.
Oh yeah, that was a brilliant shot there.
So it looks like Prestigo is going to pull back for the time being. Obviously, that location knows not, you don't want to stick your head up again after seeing those shots coming out. As Hamidi does go down as well for NIGMA Galaxy. Unfortunately, DWG managed to get a knockdown and a confirm. That is going to make life tough for NIGMA Galaxy in the later stages.
It looks like we've got a fight brewing in El Pozo. We're in DWG. And NIGMA Galaxy.
Judy does go down, unfortunately, to Lord. So NIGMA Galaxy managing to respond. Obviously, they got one player knocked, two left up. Forrest, you can see, he's been tagged very heavily there. And these teams still very underlooted for the time being. As you can see, Forrest, he's got no helmet at the moment. They are keeping it very, very tight. Rio holding down the stadium for the time being. He's up at the top. While the DWG do start to push in on the low side. NIGMA Galaxy will need to push over to provide some support because Roof could be overrun pretty quickly here. It looks like DWG, they are going to take this one slow for the moment. There you go, Roof. Forced to take the fight here.
Are they gonna... Is he gonna take... Oh, he's got the 4X!
One down. Roof, unfortunately, does go down the return via Fabian. Down the moment will be revived by Sung. Roof obviously getting a little bit of information. Will his teammates get the knocks? Coming in for the nades.
Big nades coming in there.
That's our information right there. Forrest now last one setting for DWG, I believe. Ooh, that unfortunately is going to be NIGMA Galaxy, unfortunately eliminated in a 15th position. DWG getting themselves 4 kills in the bag in the early stages of this match. And that is going to be a great start for these guys, especially when you look at their position at the moment. I believe they are in a pretty solid spot. So MSC Jasper getting a little bit of a love tap and managed to get a knock on. But it looks like we're going to be heading on over to 4 rivals. At the moment, we're
Right, it looks like
down behind a rock.
Infinity down on 1 block. Oh no.
So reject up above. For the time being, these guys are just going to be holding it down. But yeah, Infinity. So they're down. Or sorry, they've just got their 3 players in. RICO, Infinity, very, very spread out around these guys. It looks like they're trying to somewhat pin them down and possibly get a surprise knock with all these real sort of off or spread out angles. But it looks like the likes of 4 rivals. They had a tough match in game number 1. But it looks like they're looking to get aggressive when it comes to a reject in front. So reject have lost Sarah, unfortunately. They're down to 3, so that's obviously given
they really
4 rivals a little bit of confidence.
See this fight in Monte Nuevo still going there between RICO and Infinity. RICO starting to push in.
Presco looking to try and get plenty of nades on in to the Infinity, but they are really now starting to tighten this one up. RICO Infinity team slowly but surely edging closer and closer to the Infinity. So Miller will be able to hold this one down. God, Tunney out on the front line as well, trying to get tight angles. Just unable to get those angles as yet, but it is good to see that the Infinity have really tightened themselves up. They are looking to hold down basically one sort of one small area rather than being spread out, and they're waiting to see what RICO Infinity team's move really is. Now it looks like they're actually going to pull one out. It's going to be Newsy to try and get that real off angle. They might be able to get the surprise on out there, but has Wise been able to spot them out? Looks like Newsy's going to start pulling back.
Oh,
And unfortunately, does go down to Miller. The UMP, I think, was it?
yeah, that suppressed UMP is absolutely deadly. One of the most powerful CQC weapons. Still strong.
So Presco's got a great spot here as well. It's not, I think it's only a matter of time before he does manage to get a couple of shots on from this position. Miller managed to sneak on past somehow, and it's going to be the Infinity starting to make their way on out. Will Noosie get spotted out here? They are keeping it extremely tight. These guys, oh, that nade could be an absolute ripper coming out.
Unfortunately.
Looks like Prestigo now starting to be hunted. The Infinity pushing on up. Wise looking to pull on back. I sort of feel like that looking pretty good, but it's going to be Lakeville. Unfortunately, does go down for 4 rivals. So Rejects and 4 rivals really going at it. Duello does manage to get a confirm.
Duello, last man standing.
Oh, it's a struggle town at the moment as well. These guys out in the blue as well, so they need to get this fight over and done with. But 1 HP, that blue zone will be hurting these guys. But he's down at that low, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see him off. We do. Unfortunately, Ember does go down. But it is going to be a confirm coming out. And it's going to be a Ripple that will manage to get the finish off on to Reject. So they get eliminated in, what, probably 13th position?
Yeah, they
BCS.
Oh, yeah. That was a long battle. I mean that. Yeah, that was a very quick wipe there. Yeah, it's a pretty central zone. It's yeah, they're heading dead center. Very interesting part of the map to fight around too. I mean, it's oh, who's got an off angle here? Frag boy, even Scry. Yeah, there is 4 rivals nearby as well. And it is 4 rivals.
Boozy. The DWG taking a real wide rotation right down from the south. They were up at El Pozo, I believe. And they're actually going all the way around the CRYPTICS at the moment and trying to come in from that southern side. BTR, obviously they've established position in Chubasera, which is a great high ground position, but the zone actually goes up to the north on this one as well. So Stalwart's going to be one of the first to move. They will be going up against DRS, but plenty of shots coming out from Team Secrets. They try to take down 4 rivals. Looks like 4 rivals will manage to get on through though. And 2 love from Deadeyes. Can he make this one count? He's on the low side at the moment. We do have Stalwart directly above Stalwart. They're going to be taking the fight from both sides. This action goes down to AJ. So we've got Pika. Pika's loving the boldies tonight. He's got the calm line yet again.
He's going to have to get a knock with it though. I mean,
oh, that air blast. That is such a difficult thing to do on Miramars. To get those
1,000 with the double knock. Yeah, I think you got the confirm as well. You can see Pika's getting tagged up now as well from the distance. Deadeyes guys getting the confirm there, stealing the kill.
DRS just holding their result, but it looks like they are keen on pushing on up as AJ pushes up on foot. Skry looks to pull on back and take this fight on his own terms. Let's see how Stalwart can hold this down. It's a 2v4 scenario here as DRS. They've set the wheels in motion. Looks like they can't be stopped as they look to try and steamroll. Stalwart.
Yeah, Stalwart just throwing everything they can think of here. Top now getting knocked by Ryzen from BIGETRON. You don't last long here in open. Ryzen taking out Skry as well. That's Stalwart Esports out in 8th position.
So NIGMA takes down on top. So DRS now looking to take that fight with Deadeyes. As Ryzen continues to try and get some shots on to DRS. So CRYPTICS then move to the north as well. They'll be coming in behind DRS. Still no team really holding that center position, but BTR looking to hold a massive area on that southern portion of zone. So zone goes to the south. I feel like they're going to be looking very, very strong in this match. But CRYPTICS right on this edge of zone. Got a few teams to contend with. Looks like DWG, obviously, Forrest still just trying to creep his way in. The last man standing for the team. Phil Chapo gets tagged up by DRS.
Yeah, CRYPTICS just trying to find a way in past DRS is saying, mate, try a different route, please. And look at the spread on BIGETRON here. That is, they are covering a lot of real estate.
Yep. So they're banking on this zone going down south, and if it
Looks like Kid sniffed out 4 rivals here, but he gets spotted out by Frag Boy instead. It's going to be 4 rivals going out 7 positions, 6 teams. Deadeye's guys now on the move. Down to 5 teams here. Meanwhile, we've also got Team Secret just battling against Deadeye's guys here. They've got a couple of knocks. The call to push has been made. Kid goes in, gets one. It's only Frag Boy left. Yeah, those are some nice little peaks here. See, Deadeye's guys, they're just holding on. The winners of game number 1. 4 teams, top four placing. Yeah, I think DRS have got this. You can feel the confidence in the way that they're just, you know, working the high ground, third partying. They're controlling the story here. Mad Toy getting a knock onto Ryzen. Oh, that nade! Takes him. The thing is, BIGETRON, they've got the low ground here. It's not working. They've got Team Secret to one side of them, just keeping them from peaking too high. And if they peak the other way, well, there's DRS on the top of the mountain, just waiting waiting for a helmet to pop over a ridge. And look at where Circle goes. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. 10 kills.
Big game set match from here. We'll see if they can hold on. A jumper, unfortunately, is currently down now for Team Secret. BTR now looking to make their move. They do realise they've got to find an entry point. They're going to have to work out how they are going to open that door. But iShots, now last player remaining for Team Secret. In the distance, he's got probably one of the furthest rotations out of anyone just to get into zone, guys, and just trying to get it confirmed. But unfortunately, does start to get tagged up from BTR. They'd have got knocked there. That might have been the door opening that they needed.
Yeah. Oh, just trying to steal kills. Oh, mate. How can these teams take the top of the mountain? Look at Gyalzen. We've got NIGMA keeping an eye, spots out. Oh.
Such a great position. That is such a great position, guys. And takes down Ryzen as well with the M4. Fragboy just trying to get himself up and into a zone. And unfortunately does get eliminated by NIGMA. So 2 teams remain. It's going to be Deadeyes going up. Sorry, DRS going up against BTR. Luxy now fighting back though. He's down to 1 tap, but Mafia Ninja does manage to get the confirm, and that is going to be a DRS with a massive game coming out. They managed to grab themselves what total of 15 kills.
Big
what
numbers.
A game coming out from DRS.
Big numbers from the real soldiers from Nepal. Yeah,
Very
that was
consistent as
huge.
well.
Yeah, that was a huge game for them. Like they just played it perfectly. I mean, BIGETRON kind of had the good setup, but you could see with 3 kills they just weren't fragging. And this is what I mean. We're starting to see this level of aggression coming out of South Asia, that especially from these Nepalese teams and other teams in the region, that we didn't see last PMGC, we didn't see in the last PMPL, and it's really making a difference. Bigetron's still very consistent here. Deadeyes guys, not a lot of kills, but good placement points. Team Secret, they took a lot of fights this game. DWG doing quite well for themselves also. I don't think I need to take screenshots of the kills, but we can see CRYPTICS, not a lot of kills. I mean, it does look...
Obviously, getting up into 6 though, their rotations are still looking pretty good. What was the second last match, 6 to this one? You can sort of keep up there. Yeah, you got to remember these guys are playing from Morocco as well, so the ping is definitely not going to be on their favour. I mean, I'm getting like 40 ms. I can't imagine what they're getting from Morocco because I can see the Asia server if I stand on my roof, but they're used to playing on a different server, so yeah, that's going to factor into it for a couple of these teams as well. It's gonna give them that bonus. Yeah, definitely. Obviously, that can be something that's really detrimental. I guess to the team is obviously trying to adjust to different pings in events like these. But yeah, obviously. Great game coming out from DRS. They just absolutely smashed. Obviously, they got the position. They were able to capitalize on it. And 15 kills, that's huge points when it comes to the likes of Pmgc and all that kind of stuff. Is in, well, 30 points total. I'm assuming it's still a 15 for the win, 15 kills. 30 points is absolutely insane. So if you pull something like that out in the Pmgc, they'll be looking very, very solid, no doubt. We had about 13,000 people watching the end of that last game. So if you haven't already, make sure you do smash that subscribe button here on the Esports County channel. Obviously, check out GANSKY as well on YouTube here, and me on Trovo if you do venture over that way. But
definitely get subscribed to Esports County. Hit up, there's a Discord link in the description of this video. If you just go below the video, you can click like a little arrow. You'll see the Discord link. They've got Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. I don't know what I have Twitch, but they got, definitely support them on all their platforms. Esports County, they're a really great organization. I'm very grateful they gave me this opportunity, and this opportunity for you to, for everyone watching out there, you know, to see these teams, you know, just absolutely going ham. I mean, the real soldiers. Remember we used to call them the real swimmers back in PMPL season 3. we laughed, we snickered about this team. We said, oh, they swim, you know, they just camp, and they, you know, oh, how wrong we were. This team is one of the sweatiest teams I've ever seen. If you give them a chance of getting a high ground position on a Miramar map like that, or if they get, you know, any kind of good position, they're just going to rack up double-digit kills. So
yeah, it was really, I guess, PUBG obviously got that RNG aspect of the zone and all that kind of stuff. It was, they had that great position regardless of that high ground, whether that zone did continue to stay north or down south as well. So they were still looking very, very solid regardless of that position. But they just managed to hold it down so well, and just absolutely smash that game. And that overall points, that's going to be massive. I'm sure if you check out the Esports County Instagram, I'm sure they will post results there later on as well. So make sure you do check that one out. And yeah,
they're updating the teams list. Like, you know, the teams list that we have, they can change that. They're
yeah, I noticed that. Teams that eliminated.
Mate, these guys are on it. Wait till we get the API in on this. We'll have some cool stats and stuff for all of you too. But yeah, I'm just reading all the chats. Lots of love in the chat. I can see my own face now because the delay's caught up. But yeah, a lot of people repping their regions and showing a bit of love. Also a bit of salt as well towards the other regions. Look, you know, it's definitely that time of year.
Yeah, well, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how Pmgc does play out. I'm keen to see how these teams do go, that's for sure.
Yeah, it is. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to flip my camera around so it looks like I'm looking at you.
But obviously, we've got Erangel coming back up next as well. Will we see the likes of is it DEADEYES? Obviously, dropping to Rozhok. You might see a little bit of action there. There's 4 rivals that went out to him early on, so that's where I think we're going to have to focus on that for a minute. But yeah, that will be interesting to see whether they continue to fight for that spot.
Yes, Rozhok. It's like Rozhok, Monte Nuevo, and what would you say it is on Sanhok? Like, you know, Monte Nuevo, there's always 2 teams having a crack at who's going to take it out. And I don't know why you'd want Monte Nuevo, but they clearly want it. Rozhok's the same. You always have teams fighting over it.
I guess it's such a good position to pivot out of, like, for the later stages, like, to go to the next zone. Like, really, those couple of positions are. And if you were to ask me what was similar in relation to that when it comes to Sanhok, what I would say would be Painan. Really, when it comes down to, obviously you got that southern portion. There is another spot that's quite similar, but it's not really a name location. It's obviously right up the north on that bridge. I feel like those 2 are sort of really pivotal locations. If you can control those, you've got a good spread of where you go in the first and second zone. You've got a not necessarily an easy entry, but you've got a lot of options when you do sort of hit those sort of positions.
Yeah. And if you ever see 2 teams go to cow, watch that on Sanhok for sure.
Yeah.
Painan is definitely those fights usually take a while.
They do, but there's a lot of interesting angles and all that kind of stuff as well. Obviously, you've got a little bit of rooftop play. There's a lot of different sort of styles that you can take that, especially that water as that divider. I guess that really makes it a very unique sort of thing for PUBG in its entirety. I can't really think of any area that is very similar to that either. So it does make life very interesting, I think, when you do see some fights there.
Yeah, the river definitely makes it interesting, and the fact that you can get on top of the rooftops, it's like a really small version of Pachinki in that sense.
Yeah.
You don't really
It
see
is,
teams
obviously.
going to Pachinki anymore. It's
Yeah, it does get fairly rare. I suppose sometimes in the West you see odd teams fighting it out every now and then. But so no, I have seen a couple of teams in the East. Obviously, none of these crew that really contesting for it. But yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see what comes up for game number 3 of the esports county PMGC East practice scrims. So make sure you do stick around. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel here, and obviously show the guys some love for putting this event on for obviously the teams and of course you guys, the viewers.
yeah. Let us know in the chat who your favorite team is, who you're going for.
Yeah, who do you think is going to get up in game number 3? Obviously.
Yeah, who's gonna take it out? Who's gonna clutch it up too? There's some really clutch moments.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see, as in what I want to see in this one. I would like to see the zone go over to the west on this one, because
Gatka,
I feel like
that side
yeah,
of it?
over towards like Gatka sort of area, because I'd like to see the likes of CRYPTICS to really start to come into play and see what they can do. And I really feel like if they could get a zone over on that side, obviously dropping up at North George, I feel like that is sort of their home ground area, and they'll be really able to sort of put the pressure on and potentially take control. So I'd be
We could have a final circle in Zaki.
That's true. That's true. I reckon I've only seen it maybe twice in Zaki before. I reckon that's probably going to be one of the rarest zones of the.
I don't think I've ever seen a circle in Zaki.
I reckon I'm fairly sure twice for me. As in,
Wow.
Yeah, from custom scrims, but yeah,
I like it.
Extremely rare.
I'd have to say my favourite circle on Erangel has got to be Primorsk.
Yeah.
He's just wild, especially when it goes like to the beach just outside of the city, and a whole bunch of the cities in zone. It's got to be the most dynamic. Like,
and he's because you've got a lot of areas, obviously, that there's varying distances in between as well, like some wide areas in the middle, and a lot of stuff really does amp up the fight, as it makes it quite different. It's not all super close quarters combat, if that makes sense, as you're going through that sort of urban area. So I guess that really does make it a great area to see a lot of those fights in the final stages. But I guess are we going to see some of the underdogs, some of the teams that have struggled? It would be good to see some of those teams obviously getting up. Like obviously 4 Rivals have had a couple of tough matches to start with. Obviously it will be good to see if they can get up, and obviously have a little bit of a different showing. Unfortunately, losing obviously 3 players in the early stages of match number 2 really hurt. Obviously, it made a struggle town as you got into later stages. So hopefully we can see them get in with a full 4-man squad into sort of phase 4, 5. See what they can also do as well. I'm a sucker for the underdog. I'd love to see an underdog as such get up, as in see a new winner come in to this next match. So let us know in the chat who you guys think is going to get up, and we'll keep a close eye on it on the chat. So yeah, DRS free killing. Yeah, righto.
what did someone say?
DRS free killing Pmgc. I think they just showed that that's not necessarily the case after that match. That was a awesome game coming out from DRS. And that's in saying that, Jay from the
Alright, sorry about that. We've had some technical difficulties. But we are back into our next match. Just going to have to... Very sorry about all this. We were flying a little too close to the sun, so we'll just have a quick look at the map.
This next zone, obviously BCS dropping over towards Milter. They're going to have a good entry point into the next phases of the match, I feel, as well, from their drop standpoint. And Rejects, they might have a little bit of company with Genesis Dogma coming in from behind as well. So RICO in Finnish team dropping all the way up to Severity on this one.
Yes, good. I got you in. Sorry about that, SECCI.
Righto.
My apologies.
No, all good. Righto. So apologies for the technical difficulties, guys. Obviously, we've got the emulator up now, which is good to see. Obviously, Team Secret and DRS. DRS, they are on the hunt for Team Secret at the moment. Team Secret have already lost at least one player. They've pushed all the way up to north of Yazdai. This is going to be an interesting fight to see. But looks like Gilesen will manage to get eye shot, so it's Team Secret in a lot of trouble.
This is possibly Team Secret out. I think there's one left. It's going to be Jumper, just keeping a very low profile here.
Very, very low. I'd be keeping them pretty low as well. We are hoping those Angel Wings can help him get into the next stages of the match. Doesn't have a vehicle. It seems like it's going to be pretty tough to get himself in. Might need to fly in. So we've got the four.
Oh yeah, round two.
Rivals and Deadeyes. Yep, going at it yet again. In saying that, is that actually? No, never mind. I'm seeing the same thing. But it looks like we got Lappy. Unfortunately, does go down to Shifu with the UMP. And we'll look to try and get that confirmed, but unable to do so due to a fence in front. But Deadeyes, they've been playing this one out from the low position, but it does look like they are starting to come out on top of this one. We've got one on the coastline on the north. If he can rip right around and get in behind these guys, I feel like that's going to be very, very detrimental to the four rivals. Obviously, Shifu just trying to hold it down for the time being.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Lappy is long for this world here. It's getting confirmed there by Frank Boy. Interesting angle here.
Still just holding it tight for the time being. I do like that they've got the player out on that backside that's just sort of watching the rear at the moment out to the western side. See, Deadeye's not getting super aggressive. They're waiting for the ideal time to strike. And saying that, maybe they're going to make a lorry out of me. They are. You can see they are starting to drive on up in with the vehicle there. It looks like they are looking to try and go for a bit of a hard push as they get up to that higher ground.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be 2 for 2 here with Deadeye's guys taking out Rozhok for a second time. I mean, four rivals very turtled up here, just holding angles.
Never know, they might be able to come out on top. Just as you can see, Rizzle, he's playing the surprise game for the moment. You can see Pmgc on that back line and gets some shots in towards Turu. Bradboy does go down. for, but unfortunately, we are going to see Shufu go down. Sorry, Riss will go down.
Yeah, Turo Love getting a nice refrag there, and it looks like they're just picking them apart here.
It will be interesting to see how they go in Game 3, whether they do try and change up the strat. Obviously, they're very, very split at the moment, as they've been in Game 1 as well. Maybe if they can mix it up a little bit, bring it a little bit tighter, maybe they might be able to have a bit of a different outcome on these fights. But as you can see on top now, starting to push on in as well. I feel like it's only a matter of time before they do try and go for that steamroll onto 4 rivals. It's going to take some epic plays coming out to try and hold these guys back, because they've got the confidence. They've had a couple of good games so far. Can they be stopped?
Yeah.
Oh,
maybe.
Oh,
Oh, we could see some clutch here with the AKM, as I said. It's had a buff recently. It certainly does. Look at this angle he's got, too. That's disgusting. Oh, that's a really nasty little angle. Who's got up there? Does he know where he...
will come out on. Oh, unfortunately, we'll go down to Frankboy with the UMP. Goes in with the drop shot to get the confirm. And unfortunately for rivals, they're down to just one player, Pmgc. Last one standing. What's he going to do here? Is he just going to let this guy continue to push on out, or is he going to try and just hightail it out of that position? Doesn't look like these guys, or 4 rivals, established vehicles early on, whereas obviously Deadeyes have got vehicles now. They will be able to chase Pmgc down.
Yeah, oh, he's on the foot falcon. I mean, he's just legging it, and that's probably not a good idea. But, I mean, it doesn't look like he has many other options here either.
I like the fact that he's going to try and double back. I think that's really his only play, because obviously if he goes out to the west, it's all open ground. There's nowhere to go, and you do have the likes of CRYPTICS coming across that way.
Yeah, we've got a few times that. RICO Infinity as well. Prestio up here on the hillside.
You got Rejects actually having a little bit of drama down south near the western bridge as well. So as you can see, Miller's obviously taken down Joello. Pmgc unfortunately does get found out, and it is going to be CRYPTICS El Chapo that does manage to take him out. There's 4 rivals eliminated in 14th position. And Infinity's Reject. Looks like we're in for a good fight here. So in saying that, Reject already down at 2 Godtani does get spotted. Good shots coming out from Rayo with the DB28. Godtani looks to try and get that confirmed, but unable to do so. He's out in the open now. He's in trouble, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, they've had a couple of knocks.
Yeah.
Rejects are... Yeah, Rejects smell blood. They're on it.
So they are going to go in hard, and we've seen Rahai. He's absolutely smashing game one. He got 7 frags. Can he use this opportunity to try and get right on up? And saying that, Divine, he is running a risky battle, putting right on in. Unfortunately, does get done, and that means it is up to just Rai. God, Tunny now back up on his feet, but oh, Newsy does go down. A good nade. Just trying to mow the lawn at the moment for the Infinity. Reject still down to 1, but you can see we've got Genesis Stopper now starting to come in to play as well. They've heard these shots coming out, and I'd say they'll start to get in the mix very, very soon. Sada, unfortunately, it does get done as well. Miller, he's on fire now. The Infinity, they've got 3 kills so far. Will Genesis Dogbo look to push on over and try and get that revival, or are they going to play this one smart and hold back for the time being? Saying that, Infinity, they're smelling blood as well. They are pushing right on up on a Genesis Dogma, trying to hold these guys back so they can
Also,
get that revive.
Also got BIGETRON in the mix as well.
So plenty of action in the early stages of this match. We're only phase 2 in the match. There goes Zaxi. Gets down Daybot. Boy pushing right on up as well. He's going to be right on that front line. We'll be spotting out Booms very soon. I believe no Booms will be further over, it seems. And new High Boy. Quite close to some of the Infinity players that he's going to pull back for the time being.
It looks like he's just gonna take the kill and head off.
So Regis have managed to get themselves away for the time being. Looks like he's still just doing it on foot for the moment. And saying that, he's starting to return fire and is actually holding the Infinity down for the time at B. And looks like they will opt to go back for a car, but we're in for sort of a far shelter finish.
Yeah, this is not the circle we hoped for, but we've got STALWART Esports here going up against BIGETRON. Two Titans.
BIGETRON got some great angles. Cry does go down. It's going to be Luxy that does manage to get that knock top on the back line at the moment for STALWART. Action though comes into play, take down Ryzen. So they are just trading knocks at the moment. Top forcefully back as Zaxi tries to spray it down that vehicle. Top will manage to get away with that maneuver for the moment. Obviously mixes up the angles. Hopefully will look to return to fire in just a moment, but it seems like a fairly level playing field at the moment between these two teams.
Yeah, what a battle for Potato Hill between, you know, one of the best teams from Indonesia and one of the best teams from Mongolia. Peka.
Big shots. Peak is an absolute beast when it comes to that car 9.
Tagged up. Hey, these guys.
Looks to get shots on to Zaxi, but unfortunately it's not hitting the mark on that one. Right, no, he's going to get the confirm on the Scry, unfortunately. The STALWART will go down to a 3. So it's going to be interesting to see where BTR rotates from here. Are they just looking to try and establish a better position for the future? Are they disengaging here, or are they?
I'm not sure what the
looking
play
to reposition
is.
on
Like, what's Zaxi up to? Lord, look at Zaxi. Zaxi's getting a nice wide angle on this situation.
Looks like top, obviously, in Zaxi's sights. Both returning a little bit fire. We're only seeing a few shots hit at the moment, but Pika now still looking to try and get some long range shots with that Baldy.
Well, I think Zaxi, he must be hitting something. Like he must be like hill glitched or something. Pika getting another knock. That was the body shot there.
So DEADEYES looks like they might be struggling with zone. Just
we got NIGMA Galaxy.
Yeah,
Wait,
NIGMA Galaxy, I think they're struggling.
They're just rotating through. I don't know if they're going to get involved in this one. This looks like Zaxi will get picked up. The rest of the boys rotating in. If we have a look at zone, we can see that this we are right in the thick of it. We are looking at a farm circle here. Pika knocking Zaxi again. Poor Zaxi. He's just been getting harassed. Yeah, let's have a look at that circle. Just see some of these teams' positionings. Let's see, we've got STALWART Esports. They're just up in the northeast. Looks like we've got Infinity just down in the main farm compound. DEADEYES still needing to make a move in. We've also got DWG who have to get in as well.
So NIGMA going down for DRS. I believe that'll be outside of zone as well. Freak now goes down as well to Zaxi. So BTR now looking to put the pressure back on to NIGMA Galaxy. But DEADEYES struggling to find an entry point into this zone. They are looking to try and get on that high western side. But obviously STALWART, they got it pretty locked down as Shifu does go down as well. BTR very, very confident. But big shots coming out from top. Does manage to get Luxy down. Pika still just trying to tap away with that Baldy. So BTR starting to whittle away, I feel, at probably their helmets and vests after how many times they've been tagged from these guys from STALWART up top, but now starting to put the pressure back on as Pika gets tagged up. Goes down to about 25% and will get a heal off.
Cal Infinity team has been caught out by DRS. DRS on the hunt too.
We'll see when they get the wheels turning, they can become unstoppable. They are looking to try and finish off Rico Infinity's team, it seems. Got one player directly in front. They are on the hunt. He throws up, and he will be eliminated. Unfortunately, that's going to be D7H taken out.
DRS on 6 kills already. I mean, this is a team that frags.
These guys obviously smash it hard at the moment, guys. It is in a very tough one at the moment. The CRYPTICS looking to press on. Marshall about to blow that vehicle, but guys, and obviously senses that and does manage to pull far enough back. SECCI does go down though, so it is DRS now starting to fight back.
Careful here.
Trouble. I think that we did coming from the rear. Ooh.
And Circle kind of favouring STEs. Looks like STALWART Esports must have been taken out by DWG.
They were just absolutely smashed by those guys. But obviously DRS and CRYPTICS, they need to get moving fairly soon. You can see BCS already trying to get themselves in position. They might be able to put the pressure on the DRS as they come in, because I'm sure, or not sure, but I believe that's sort of the rotation. They will try and make their way in. Is DRS going to disengage though? Or are they going to look to continue to take this fight? There's not a lot of time. There's only 5 seconds until the next zone does start. Too close. Mafia Ninja out in the open, running through the smoke. He's getting tagged. He's super low. If they get a knockdown, it's fairly unlikely they will be able to get that revive. AJ maybe on rations at this point in time. Single tap it.
Ooh, that was a close one there.
So obviously all these teams are out on this eastern side. They need to move. They need to get themselves into this zone. Obviously this zone has gone to the west. What can Tomato do here with DRS coming in from above? Can he manage to start to capitalise and grab some kills on to DRS? DRS is still yet to move on in. As you can see, Junie put the pressure on as well in the distance.
Junie from downtown gets a confirm as well into Mafia Ninja. That's really going to put the brakes onto DRS.
Still getting more hit markers as well.
DRS
just in a lot of trouble here. And it looks like AJ is done and dusted. I believe that might be DRS out.
They're still going.
Or was it render out, was it?
No, they're on the warpath into
yeah,
Circle.
Right,
Well, they're getting shot at. I mean, how's this going to end for them, though? They've got a lot of people.
It's a risky position. AJ does go down, unfortunately. Giles gets himself into a little bit of cover, but NIGMA Galaxy to get out and start to put the pressure on. They do manage to blow that vehicle. Will manage to get a little bit of hard cover for the moment.
Yeah, the Allison can hold on here though. He is in the center of zone, but yeah, if a team gets a high ground, well, he's actually in a good spot.
He's especially with that little bit of long grass there, might help him out a little bit. He's got that little bush, might be able to just chill there for the time being, especially considering zone just went away. He's looking very, very good. What's happening up on the top side at the moment? We've got a bit of action, I believe, with DWG about to be pushed.
Yeah,
Or
big
BCS
push coming in here.
It's a real sort of controlling position on this high side. Obviously, BTR and all that will have to move on in the low side, but BCS really looking to hold this area down for the time being. Down and dusting the big nades. So Roof with a big nade managed to get that goals down at his DRS eliminated. They'll go out of 6th position. We've got plenty of cover here for BCS at the moment with all these vehicles. as Justice does look to try and get a few more of refreshers of the smoke out. DWG still get to move on right up.
Yeah, look at Boris. He's
camping this one out.
yeah, I mean, he could
Right in
probably
the thick of it.
yeah, you could probably tell what cologne that Justice is wearing now. He's just like right in footstep range. I don't think Justice knows that he's there. I mean,
Maybe not.
they are down to 4 teams. Oh, he's
Oh, there we go. What a good spray coming out from Justice. Boris does go down. DWG, they're just down to 1 at Judy.
Look at Junie's positioning here. He's just hanging out in the vehicle.
Smart play for the time being, but I feel like the story that might have missed a little bit is NIGMA Galaxy down on the southern side have managed to hold that area down. How are they going to go with this next zone? Will they get that advantage of this next zone? Because they've got a potentially a very strong position from where they are. If the zone goes their way. Obviously now being pushed, manages to find one, goes down 1 HP, but will be eliminated by Justice. DWG eliminating 4th position. 3 teams now remain. CRYPTICS. We've got NIGMA Galaxy.
Yeah, that was close.
Salam just laying low for the time being. Zone obviously going over in their direction. NIGMA Galaxy, unfortunately, they are going to have to move on up just a little bit. You see airdrop come down. Lord might have a little bit of cover there, but BCS, they've got that high ground. They've got that great split. They've got a lot of angles from here, and now starting to put the pressure on. Zassi takes down Rolf from that high side. They'll look to try and get some nades on him. These are going to be massive, massive nades. That's a long distance for that high ground.
Brilliant shooting from Lord. That was exactly what he needed to do at that moment in time.
But Tomato gets down to Salam.
Yeah, it is now a 4v3.
So BCS having a great game in this one. We've got 6 kills so far. And they are pretty much in a controlling position of this zone.
Yeah, they've got the circle and they've got the high ground as well.
But Rolf goes down to Skylar. Lord gets spot. Oh, what a return fire from Lord. Tomato does go down. Great spray coming out from Lord.
Oh,
Smart was no movement on up, but that nade eating at his health. So it looks like PCS not taking any risks at this point in time. They are trying to get the revives on up. They don't want to lose that numbers advantage. Skylar now just creeping on up, prone up on the side of the hillside. Does that put them in a vulnerable position to be seen though? That's the other real question here. Wow. We've got nades getting extremely close coming in from Lord from NIGMA Galaxy. They are managing to hold on somehow, but they're still just outside of zone, I believe. So Ryuf goes down, and that means NIGMA Galaxy, they're now down at two players. We've got Lord trying to fight back with time, but he gets spotted, he gets tagged, goes down about 25%. It's going to be Skylar putting the pressure on from above. They know exactly where Lord is. He's in a tough spot. Freak has tried to wrap around, but he goes down. And that is going to be a game set match. BCS take the chicken dinner for game number 3 of the Esports County Pmgc East Practice Scrims. Great game coming out from those guys. They managed to secure that high ground in the late stages and just hold on and managed to grab 9 kills in those final stages. So Zassi with 2, you got Justice with 2, Tomato, man of the match for BCF there with 4, and Skylar with 1. In saying that, we saw a lot of work coming out from Skylar. Still a great game from the whole team there at BCS. Congratulations on getting the chicken dinner for game 3.
Yeah, it was brilliant gameplay. BCS, that was they played it well. They had the high ground, but like you said, like NIGMA Galaxy, that was really a game. Look, they didn't get a whole lot of kills, but you can see they're starting to find their feet. and make their mark here.
Yes, a total of 4. Same deal. We're seeing CRYPTICS on the first page. I think we've seen it the last couple of games as well. Not really getting super aggressive, obviously, and getting a lot of kills, but their rotations obviously allowing them to get into quite high placement points. And I guess really, if you can get consistent points, that's what really does help get you right up there as well. But taking that top spot does require some frags, so it would be good to see those guys turn up a little bit. And obviously DWG having a pretty good game as well. Obviously trying to come in on that northern side and trying to take down BCS, but just unable to do so. But Judy obviously had a fairly solid game as well. Grabbed 2 kills. You got Sung with 1 and Forrest with 2. Forrest likes to get up close and personal, it seems.
See, yeah, STALWART Esports not having the best outing. Either did BIGETRON. They were just a little bit. They had a big standoff there in the middle of the game. Team Secret going out early as well as Rejects. So we will.
Obviously DRS as well. They had a fairly. Whilst they went out in 6th position, they still managed to retain some decent points. I think they had about 7 or 8 kills there on the board, so that's all points. If you can do that consistently, you're still looking very, very good. And obviously have the odd really good game like game number 2. You're definitely going to be looking towards the top of the leaderboard. But yeah, obviously got a little bit of a ghost happening just over there. Can't see GANSKY at the moment.
No, the international man of mystery. So yeah, sorry about the technical difficulties, everyone. As you know me, I always like to push things as hard as I can until they catch fire and break, and that is exactly what we managed to achieve tonight. So well done to us for that, because we are streaming in 1440p. We are streaming 2 emulators in 1440p. Something's got to.
Quality should be.
Something's got to catch fire. Like, something's got to catch fire at some point. I mean, you can only fly so close to the sun before you end up getting burnt. But you know, that's what we do for you, really. Like, we do it. We get the webcam back on here.
There we go.
Yeah.
We're all back into it. Looks like we've got a Zute raid happening in the chat as well. Thanks, Zute.
Oh, really? Zute raiding us?
Well, I'm pretty sure you've got a heap of people in the chat saying Zute raid. Obviously, there's a 3-minute delay, so there'll be a little bit of a delay on this one. But obviously, thanks everyone for coming in. I hope you guys have been enjoying the stream thus far. Apologies, as we said, about the technical issues. But if you could, please make sure you do smash that follow button, or sorry, subscribe button on the Esports County YouTube channel here. And obviously, while you're at it, why don't you check out their Instagram? They will have the results and stuff like that on their Instagram there. So just look them up on Insta and check them follow there, so you can check out the results from this event. I'm sure they'll probably have more events like this going on as well. And yeah, there's obviously always a lot of scrims happening here. So make sure you do check both of those channels out. That would be awesome. And if you want to check out. Hold on, that way. Check out GANSKY's channel, as you can see the name down below. And I'm SECCI, it's SECCI if you want to check me out on Trovo. But yeah, don't feel too obliged to head on that far over. I'll get up to YouTube one day. But
you gotta get on the tube, SECCI. What are you doing?
I will. I'll do it one day.
And I've got to get on Trovo. We'll swap for a month. It's like wife swap. We'll do platform swap. I'll stream on Trovo, and you can jump on YouTube. But that's the thing. I mean, Trovo, you can't get that 1440p.
This is true. But yeah, obviously Sandhawk coming up next for game number 4. This one's really going to test me out. Obviously, I'm a little bit rusty. I reckon the voice. I reckon after the 4's going to start to struggle. But Sandhawk, my favorite.
I'm I've got a limiter on myself. I mean, but I've already been told off like 4 times already by the wife. She's like, yeah, she's like, Ganksy, stop screaming. You'll wake up the baby. If you wake up the baby, I'm coming in there and telling everyone off. And yeah, you know.
I'm lucky. My baby's all the way down the back end of the house, but I think the missus was just trying to say good night to me there. But good night if you can hear me. But yeah, obviously.
But I taught, you know, I showed the wife the slot list, and she saw that, you know, it had like DRS and BIGETRON and STALWART, and she knows, you know, she knows all these teams. Yeah, she's like, oh, of course, you know, you can yell at that. She doesn't care. She's just like, don't make too much noise. But she understood the importance. You know, it's a great opportunity. I'm really grateful that the Esports County hit me up to do this. Yeah, it's. I couldn't think of anything I'd rather do, you know, than cast my favorite teams, your favorite teams as well, at this level of gameplay. Like, it's just, I love PUBG Mobile. I'm a big fan of the game. I like seeing people play the game at this level. You know, it's like watching, it's like the Super Bowl or the I don't know. I don't watch enough sports. SECCI, what's a good analogy of it? It's like the World Cup. This is like the World Cup.
Yeah, the lead up to the World Cup. I'm just saying, this was third Pmgc, where was B?
And with the amount of teams this year, I love it. Like, I love that we've got the East-West division, and I really like that the West division only gets 6 slots and we get 9. I think that's fair. But yeah, it's going to be great to see like that final 16 from East and West, you know, in Dubai or wherever they hold it.
Yeah, for sure. I think. We saw, obviously, last year they had an absolute epic stream. They had an epic setup too. It was just unfortunate that they weren't able to use it to their fullest potential. But I'm excited to see what they come out with this year after what they produced last year. It was absolutely epic.
Have you seen the virtual studios they're using for PMPL with like all the they've got all the fans in the arena holding flags of the teams?
Oh, awesome!
Yeah, look, hey, we'll be doing it soon.
Yeah,
it's just.
But yeah, obviously in the chat, make sure you do let us know who you guys are going for, who you think is going to get up when it comes to PMG, and who do you think is the strongest when it comes down to Sandhawk, because that's where we're going to be heading to next. Obviously, my favourite map of the game, it's tight, and it gets very, very sweaty very early on, as all these teams do compress very early on, which is what we like to see, wall-to-wall action, and... I guess, what are you hoping to see out of it, Ganksy?
Oh, I'm hoping to see 2 teams go to cow. I want to see some sweaty hot drops. I mean, it's Sandhawk. And what I don't want to see is Circle just screwing everyone. Like, I'd actually like to see Circle being, you know, doing a favour to the teams and maybe giving them a nice bit of real estate to fight around in the late game, you know? Like, imagine if Circle just sent it up a couple of times and just hard shift to the other side of the map. And because I want to see people fighting and I want to see their positioning. I don't want to just see people like running and getting consumed by the blue.
Yeah, well, I guess being the smaller map, that can sort of tend to happen where you do have that zone really. The zone is probably the most important thing when it comes to Sandhawk, somewhat. As in, with that smaller area, it can obviously force you out to where you really don't want to be. Obviously, other maps you can be out in the open and all that kind of stuff, but you don't have a lot of vehicle play and all that kind of stuff when it comes to Sandhawk, which does make it a lot more difficult to sort of have that portable hard cover in the game. So it will be interesting to see the strats that these teams do opt.
We do see a lot of we see a lot of teams from Southeast Asia using vehicles. We're starting to see more South Asian teams, but they really, it's kind of the meta in Southeast Asia that they do utilize the vehicles, and you see a lot of teams dropping in specific spots on the map where they know there's going to be a buggy or one of those pickup trucks that you can turn into a silent Tesla. Because like that portable cover, it can really make a difference, and the ability to just move quickly.
Yeah, that definitely does come into play when it comes to Sandhawk, because obviously you need to get into those dips quickly when it comes down to it. You need to be able to move fast. You need to be able to react fast when it comes to those zones, because that time is so short for these zones to get in. That blue zone can really catch you up if you do get caught in an extended fight. So it's definitely one where we see teams fighting on their feet, and that's obviously another reason why I really like it, because most of the time the pressure is on. You've got to be moving pretty much the whole time. So it's really tests not so much. I feel like it really tests the ability to think on their feet, all the players obviously, as they move through the game. You've got no time to stop.
Yeah, Sanhok is a very dynamic map. Like, it's, you can't. There's no like. Sometimes you'll see a team just sit in a compound and get 10 zones in a row, but it's fortune favors the bold.
It does happen sometimes. Yeah, I've seen it happen where a team has camped there the whole sort of time, but hopefully we don't
all get
see
lucky.
that
Yeah,
in this one.
Yeah.
But in saying that, the good thing that we've seen tonight, though, Casey, is obviously we've had 3 games. Hold on, I can't count. 3 games, 3 winners, which is good to see. So it shows how obviously how any of these things really get up when it comes to the Pmgc.
Yeah, we've. I'd have to say I think Deadeye's guys have been the most consistent. I'm trying to think whether they went out early in the last game, but they still they took Rozhok. So that's Rozhok, because those are both of our Erangel matches for tonight. We'll have more in the future, but they're 2 for 2 in Rozhok, which has really put a dent in 4 rivals. They're gonna have to rethink. Do you go to Rozhok? Do you go somewhere else? But they've been very consistent so far. It's great.
Yeah. So we've got Sandhawk and then Miramar is coming up next.
Sandhawk and then Miramar.
Yep. Yeah. So obviously 2 more games left to go.
I wish there was more. We need some Vikendi in here. You should see how many spectators there are. There's like 25 spectators.
Few in there, ready to go.
That's like spectators. There's like half the lobby is just spectators. There are a few familiar faces.
So make sure you do let us know in the chat who you guys are going for. I'm just sort of going through the chat at the moment. Obviously, keep it clean. Keep it clean.
Yeah, look, there seems to be this epic argument going on about, like, my country's better than your country. Oh, SECCI, we don't really get that, because, I mean, we're from Australia, and, like, we're just like, well, every country's better than us. Like, but, yeah, but, maybe we're an example of, like, hey, like, our, we've actually just gotten a team into PMPL from Paradox, so we have finally had representation. But, it's not about, like, oh, we're just in it for the game. Like, it doesn't matter where the teams are from.
Yeah, exactly. I'm happy to support any team, any good player. Definitely, for sure.
But yeah, try and be nice to each other in the chat. I'm screenshotting some of your comments, and I'll be sending it to your mum, and you'll be in big trouble if some of it gets past the bots. All right, because just keep it clean. But yeah, let us know who you want to win. Not just tonight, but like who you think is going to win it. Like put your bets down now, so to speak, because it'll be interesting to see who can pick it, who can pick the right team when it's all said and done.
It will be. I wonder if they'll be doing any competitions for that sort of stuff.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be Nova Esports. I mean, it's safe bet. I think Weibo's gonna get in as well. I reckon it'll be Nova and Weibo 1 and 2. But we are in the lobby, so we're just getting ready to kick things off.
We won't be too far away.
But maybe this is it. Like maybe it is actually time for a team outside of China to take the throne.
So it looks like we've got a little bit of BTR support in the chat. It's good to see.
Just a little. A lot of BTR supporters.
Got some Deadeyees and DRS. But yeah, so obviously, wonder if we're gonna see anyone hit boot camp in this.
STALWART esports go boot camp generally.
Will we see anyone?
I'm trying to think where BIGETRON go these days. I think they're mixing it up a little bit. But yeah, it would be interesting to see if there's maybe just the whole lobby lands boot camp, and it's you know, Christmas comes a month early. That'd be cool.
I just love a good fight at Hearts In as well, so it would be.
Yeah, I like Heart In. I find boot camp a little bit too slow.
Yeah.
You can tell we're Sandhawk aficionados. We're like boot camp. I don't know. It's a bit too slow. Cow. You know that fight's not going to last more than a minute. Heart In's quite technical. Pioneer's technical.
Boot camp will have that like real initial bang, and then it'll like go into slow mo.
Yeah, unless they
unless
they full send it off the bat.
So it sounds like we're in the plane and we're ready to go. So game number 4 of the Esports County Pmgc East Practice Scrims is underway. Thanks everyone for sticking around, and let's check out what is going to happen for this flight path for game 4.
Now, it does look like BIGETRON are out of the plane quite early. One of the first teams to head out there. They're going south. NIGMA Galaxy
so flight path
as well.
obviously going south to north on this one. CRYPTICS always seem to jump out of this plane early on. I wonder how dynamic. Have they just got the luck of the draw, and the flight path starts at their drop spots each time, or are they being like very dynamic about how they drop? That's the question. Zaxi though looks like he may have actually disconnected. He's right at the end of the flight path.
Ooh,
BTR.
it's unfortunate.
Yeah, he did that. Didn't point it. Press to go. Takes down Boobs. It looks like RICO, Infinity Team, and Genesis Dogma are really going at it in these earlier stages. So we've got one. Well, it's only 3-man squad as well for RICO, Infinity Team. So press to go. We'll be back up on his feet in just a moment. SK Con must be out in the Outers of Paradise. So we're going to see this going on. So Genesis Dogma, unfortunately, they've lost 2 players so far in that fight. So definitely, in the first minute or 2 of the match, they just lit this one up. So Pmgc going up against Sarah for Rejects. To get a knock as well. So 4 rivals have had tough starts to all these matches. They've always had to take the fight in the early stage of the match.
Yeah, they're down at the river compound as well.
So I managed to get the 1 knock. Sarah, unfortunately, very, very isolated at the moment. It's going to be struggle town if they do want to try and get that revive. You can see there's a bit of a ridge line that he might be able to push on up to try and get that revive. He's managed to make his way there. There's obviously a great use of smoke. He does continue to keep on moving up. It's going to be tight. He might be able to get there.
Yeah, he could do it if he gets under the ridge line. I reckon he can. Oh, there he goes.
He's going to make it.
Yeah, in for the revive. Clutch, save the day.
But I guess my question is...
He's going for the push. I mean, why not?
Oh,
I did the cavalry.
Coming from the rear side. Great shots coming in.
Yeah,
Rayo does go down.
There.
Rejects now. Obviously losing at least 2.
And you can see the rest of the team quite spread out. I mean, they're kind of looting all over the place.
DWG, they're very, very split at the moment, but you see Forrest, he'll be getting in amongst it as well. So he's been spotted out on the hillside here. Does get tagged, but he's going to be hunted. He's in a lot of trouble there, and unfortunately, Rizzle will take him down. Forrest does get eliminated. DWG, they will go down to 3 players remaining. And unfortunately, they're still very, very split. I'd say they'll try to avoid for the time being. BC is Zussi now gone down. Is it going to be the Infinity? Looking to get the finish off. At Paradise.
Genesis Dogma. You hate to see it. Oh, with the machete too. I think there's one last player somewhere. Oh yeah. Bit of revenge fire there from Satar.
So Satar is just going to fire Talent out of this one. Obviously, he's taking the fight. He slowed him down. He did manage to get that knock. That does give him the opportunity to push on up. But Newsy does manage to get the knock on to Justice as well from BCS. And it looks like Infinity, they do want to hunt this one hard. They are obviously Scrims doing drive-bys at the moment. Tomato, he gets spotted. He does get taken down by Logan with the UMP. It was a great spray coming out. Looks to get the confirm instantly. Does manage to do so. So unfortunately, BCS losing one. How many we got left for BCS?
Oh, I'm not sure. They're down to one player, Skylar.
So struggle down, really. But the Infinity, I guess it's interesting that they are really, as you said, using the vehicles in this one. They've already managed to grab 2 vehicles. And it looks like they're ready to rock and roll as they move on in towards center zone. But Pika, what a shot coming out from Pika as he gets a double elimination on to reject. So unfortunately, they'll be out in 14th position.
Yeah, I'm glad I just jumped onto that, mate. The double play there from Pika. It was incredible. But this is STALWART esports territory here, just around boot camp. They really like holding these ridge lines and they will fight any team who comes anywhere near their stomping grounds.
So the zone obviously a little bit more focused on the eastern side, which means we're going to be on the mainland, which I'm sure most of the teams will be quite happy about. Obviously, not having to fight across the rivers generally makes the rotations that a little bit easier. Less sort of bottlenecks that you end up with, but DRS looks like they're trying to pull on up quite close to the Infinity. I still believe that are sort of going to be out of visibility range just yet, but if they keep on moving forward that fast, then it's only a matter of time before they do manage to catch up with the Infinity.
See DRS they've been very aggressive tonight. They don't have a kill so far, but definitely look very comfortable out here.
They're going to get in amongst again. It's going to be 4 rivals pushing on in, but Pika, he will get done on this one after finding Lappy. The rest of Stalwart will look to push on in now. They do have RICO. He's isolated. He does go down as well. So unfortunately, 4 rivals looks like they struggle down at the moment. Pop, Elephant take the fight, but he's going to get caught. He's going to go down on this one. And it's Chonburi, last one standing, runs, and unfortunately it's going to be action that will get the clean up, and that's going to be 4 rivals eliminated in 13th position.
They've been going out early. I mean, you know, they've been taken out by Deadeye's guys every time they've gone near Roshawk, and I remember on our Miramar game they were down to 1 player pretty early on in the piece. They're just not finding their feet. But this is good for STALWART esports. They've got a bunch of kills already. See Infinity getting quite aggressive here.
I feel like they're really trying to hunt kills at the moment with their rotations. I feel like it'd be quite interesting to see where they've been. But RICO Infinity's team is in front at the moment. Looks like we do have Genesis Dogma at the back. I wonder if DRS will look to get in the mix. Obviously, we've seen them be quite aggressive in the earlier matches I wouldn't be surprised if they hear these shots and nades coming out and they push on over, but it's going to be SKTon. Beautiful spray, does manage to take down GODTUNNY, and GODTUNNY will get eliminated as well. Logan now looking to return fire from above, but SKTon is going to go on the low side. Cooks a nade, he's got the nade at the ready. Will he be able to make this one count though? It's going to be a tough one to get to hit the mark, but will he make it count? He tags, but he only gets him down to about 60%. SKTon pulls back to the hard cover. SKTon gets spotted, but he's going to go down to Logan. Infinity, they will be able to get Newsy back up, and they'll go back up to 3. Unfortunately, GODTUNNY was eliminated in that fight. We do have Genesis Dogma, Sitar still in the distance, but as we sort of anticipated a little bit earlier, DRS now starting to come into the mix as well.
Soldiers entering the mix, and you can see Mafia Ninja. He's got a nice off bank, like you can see where Gials and Mafia Ninja and NIGMA are here.
Yeah, I feel like they're really giving the Infinity to know where to go from that position.
I don't even know you could get on top of that, but I mean, you can see from the quality of gameplay here, like they've already got a molly onto it.
It's a risky spot up on that top, but they might be able to make it work. It looks like Mafia Ninja is trying to go for a real wide flank now. He's trying to push right around that back. I'm surprised Sitar didn't actually spot him out from Genesis Dogma there.
Yeah, Sitar's. I think Sitar's just trying to keep he's just trying to keep a low profile here. Don't want to get too involved in these shenanigans.
So AJ now looking to push one out wide as well, but he doesn't get spotted by Miller. Miller gets the shots fired, doesn't connect as yet. So UMP at hand decides to opt for the nade. It looks like we're going to see nades be exchanged on both sides. But will they be able to connect? Obviously, it's relatively flat ground, so it's not.
That was a good cook. That was a good cook on the nade from AJ. Oh, it does go down though. Melee's on a shred of HP.
AJ currently down the moment. Unfortunately, will get confirmed there as well. So DRS does lose 1, but at the moment, it looks like it is falling apart for the Infinity with 2 down, and we've just got Melee left up, and the hunt is now coming out. DRS going in for that push. But he's going to get caught. It's going to be Glasgow goes down, but Miller will get spotted out.
Ninja. It's to save the day. That was close. It looks like he spotted out. Oh, he's taking a few shots from somewhere. I think that's Team Secret.
Good reactions coming out there from Mafia Ninja. Yeah, Team Secret now looking to get their little bit of piece of the action. Genesis Dogma though, still thrown up in that building. I'm surprised if one of those players push over. DRS struggle down, guys.
Yeah, nah, they're circling the drain. This isn't looking good, and yeah, that is the kid. Now this guy here, kid, he's an amazing player. I don't know if you've seen him yet. Like this is a really good lineup from Team Secret.
Looks like we've got DEADEYES now starting to come in the mix as well. Out to the northwestern side, it seems. See STALWART a bit further over as well, but Zone obviously, I'm assuming Zone's sort of coming pretty much directly to Paradise.
Should probably have a look at it actually. It's
correct.
Pretty slow zone actually. I mean, if you see it
sounds like everyone's, or looks like everyone's just hunting at the moment. Everyone's hearing shots.
Yeah, Mad Toy. Mad Toy, what are you doing? Let's see, DEADEYES they've got the revive happening. Shifu able to pick up the Frag Boy. Frag Boy will heal up. Looks like we've got BIGETRON getting into a fight here with NIGMA Galaxy. Yeah, that is Stalwart Esports having a bit of a third party there. Pika from downtown. I mean, what an angle here. Yeah, this is something I've noticed about Stalwart Esports. They seem to know what rock to go. Like they've got a few rocks like the one Pika's working here, and Action as well. Like you can see when they both start getting into it, and they just get these insane angles at distance. So look at them; they're fighting Deadeye's guys as well. And look at the distances we're talking about here. I mean, this is not short range. They're able to take out targets quite some ways away.
That'd have to be close to the 300 mark. That's for sure. So Deadeyes now just looking to hold it down at Paradise Resort. We still do have a Team Secret sort of loitering around on that southern side. But Kid, he's going to get caught by Action. No, it's actually Scry that does manage to get the knock. Obviously, great team work there, getting shots in from both players. Kid looks like he will be confirmed.
Yeah, he's not long for this world. 1 QBU round there. And that is Action getting to confirm Team Secret in big trouble. Stalwart Esports, 9 kills. As I said, like they just, it's their long range game is really good on Sandhawk, and they just got Circle as well.
Yeah, they've got position for the time being. Obviously, when you look at that zone, Highboy obviously from BTR, the only other player that is currently inside zone. But does look like CRYPTICS going up against. We've got Galaxy at the moment, unfortunately. Struggling, it seems, as El Chapo flies that back, takes down Hamady, and we'll get eliminated. But Zuxi now trying to creep his way in as well. He's got a ghillie suit, he's ready to go. Right, so Freak looking to put the pressure on Lord on that front line. Unfortunately, he's down. Ryulf has been tagged as well. We'll be looking to get a first aid on, I'm sure. Does manage to do so. Ooh, El Chapo goes down.
Freak, so that is a big pickup there.
So 5 kills for NIGMA Galaxy.
Yeah, NIGMA Galaxy. Yeah, they're definitely a team to keep an eye on. We can see now Deadeye's guys also making vehicle. So we have seen quite a few teams using vehicle rotations.
So iShot's now getting very, very close to Sitar as well.
Yeah, to Sitar. Sitar's been in that shack for a minute. We've seen BIGETRON in this situation a couple of times tonight. Like they're just, isn't it? Vehicles. NIGMA Galaxy really stepping up here. They've got a bunch of kills. Yeah, very good position. and they're using fuel cans as well. Take looks that loves it there. That is Deadeyes guys getting. Oh, he almost got Satar as well. Satar just. On. Oh, what the double DBS knock there. That was ridiculous. What is this gameplay? Yeah. Also, I got Skyly. We've got BCS still in this. Skylar's just been keeping a very low profile here. Yeah, I don't think. I think Action and Pika are somewhat aware that there's possible. You know, they've run the numbers and it makes sense. Action not 100%. Yeah, I know, but I'm feeling NIGMA Galaxy here. They've got the numbers. Oh, but Pika! Oh, Pika. And he gets Lord as well. Action, oh, so close. Oh, he doesn't seem to need it either, though. Freak is able to get the knock onto him. That was, yeah, it was Skylar. So now it is basically a 1v1. It's a 1v1. Oh, beautiful spray there from Skylar. I think Skylar's got this. I think Skylar's just looking for that pixel. Goes to throw the pan. Oh, Freak with the barrel M762. Skylar's in that FPP mode, but I think the barrel is going to win out here. I don't know. We're going to see how quickly Skylar can get that lane out. Freak got it. Beautiful. That's what we wanted to see. I mean, they and it was up. It was Though, who were they up against last time in the final circle as well? I think they went up against BCS. They did. So that was a bit of redemption as well from them, because BCS just beat them in the last game on Erangel. So this is them able to. I mean, it wasn't the fairest of fights, but still, it's a feather in their cap. They've got to win tonight, and for a lot of these teams, just having that confidence is you know, it's that start of the journey for them. Look, got a kill, second place. You know, if you're a solo player, what more could you ask for? You know, job well done. I actually think, you know what, I'd say STALWART Esports, they are like the sleepers of Sandhawk, because they picked up a lot of kills. Like, and I see that from them. Like, that's common. And you saw how they do it, right? Like, they just get on these rocks, and then they, you know, all of a sudden they've got this angle on a team 300 meters away that you wouldn't, you know, you wouldn't normally have unless you're sitting on top of a rock, right? And yeah, big kill count there, and you know, they didn't win, but did they have to? It's almost a chicken dinner in kills anyways. I mean, and Deadeye's guys, top 4, very consistent, very consistent, very consistent. Good innings as well from Genesis Dogma. BIGETRON, just, they're not, you know, like, it'll be interesting to, you know, it'll be interesting to see like how they go on Miramar. Miramar is their map as well, but haven't, you know, yeah, true. Like, I just don't feel like we're seeing BIGETRON, right? Like, I don't feel like this is BIGETRON. Team Secret, I reckon they're going to do really well in Pmgc as a DRS. I think DRS is going to really surprise a lot of people. And yeah, but we will jump out of that. Getting a squad wipe, that's big for them. And like we were talking about confidence before, like, you know, you've gone out early a couple of times, you've lost your drop spot in contention with another team. It's good, just, you know, anything, like just getting a squad wipe on a team, you know, just helps you know that, hey, we've got it. You know, we're not out of our league here. We can throw down with these guys, because yeah, it's quite easy for teams to think, you know, hey, maybe this, you know, now, because this isn't PMPL, right? Like, this isn't PMCO. This is the big show. This is the global championships, and you know, and I do believe every team that's here is here for a reason. Like, they've earned their place here. Especially Nova, who's going to win it all. What grand final? Oh yeah, it was like January at the beginning of this year. I don't know, it seems like so long ago. It's been a long year. Yeah, because that's what we like. That's how it's going to go down, right? Like we're going to have the league play, which is going to start on the 29th, I believe, and then we'll have like finals for each division, and then the divisions will come together in January. So I'm happy. It's just like high level gameplay for the next 2 months. Yeah, I think they've ironed out all the bugs by now. Yeah, I think we've all got our heads around it by now, and they should be able to pull off that kind of event. You know, they should have it in Perth. Yeah, why not? We had the AFL Grand Final here. We get really good ping to the Asia server. It's ridiculous. Yeah, man, I get like 20 MS in classics. I'm getting like 40. If you look at my emulators, you can't see it because of the overlay. I'm getting like 40 MS. Yeah, I didn't think it was possible until I realized like Australia's like 7,000 kilometers wide, and I lived on the wrong side of it. If you go to the other side, you're like, actually, I'm quite close to the Asia server. It's not that bad. It's definitely not very populated, but it's a beautiful part of the country. Yeah, it's I don't know. I feel like this is Bigetron's game. I want to see Bigetron win it. Yeah. All STALWART. I want to see Bigetron or STALWART win it. Those are my picks. It was really interesting watching the last PMPL championships. What's happened to your webcam? It's gone wild. Cool. But yeah, it was wild seeing RICO Infinity Team on the come up as well in the PMPL. I mean, it's hard trying to keep up with it all as well. Like I've been trying to watch some of the Americas PMPL and see just to see like what their playstyle is going to be like. I'd love to watch the European one as well to see like Navi and what else is happening over there. Everyone in chat is just like arguing with each other about about Indian PUBG and Nepalese PUBG. It's come on, guys. Yeah, we at least from Australia, we like you guys equally. We think you guys are both cool. Yeah. definitely giving that West Division its own kind of run, I think, is a good idea, because they do tend to get smashed around a little bit. Although in saying that, A7 and Navi were pretty highly ranked in the global finals. A7's got Correo from Loops now. Yeah, it's a solid lineup. Yeah, the Brazilian teams are just amazing at the moment. Yeah, check out the description as well below the video. There'll be a bunch of links in there. What is that? I think you sent me the wrong link for the webcam. It's like not working. It's alright, just send me another one. We're still waiting for all the players to get in. They take their time, like. I'm jealous of your light. I'm looking at your lighting. It's so nice. Whereas my room is just like. This is negative half of the setup. It's not really a setup, so to speak. It's just my room. I've got 2 clocks over there because I work for a company in a different time zone. And I get very confused. But yeah, yeah. But I'd love to just green screen the whole thing and do the virtual studio stuff. It's definitely on the horizon. Because like I see PMGC and PMPL and I look at what they're doing and I see that as like the bar. Like that's that's what I want to do. And for you guys, like, watching the stream right now, I want you to have the best experience possible. I want this stream to look as good as possible because I like watching good streams, and I think you like watching good streams as well. And if you want to see more good streams, hit subscribe on this channel, Esports Accounting, and don't forget to follow all their other socials as well. Oh, I doubt it. Yeah, no, it's on. Yeah, it's PMGC season. Yeah, there'll be more scrims. Hopefully we'll get to cast it. I don't know. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Bull Shark. From back in the EVOS days, like when RRQ was like the reigning champion. Bull Shark from EVOS was an absolute beast, and Tony K is just he's a classy dude. Like he's a very good player. It's It's great to... I just feel like he's some gangster. Like, I don't know. I'm happy to be... I just feel like he's like I'm Tony K, you know, like I'm so, like it just sounds so like a mafia name to me. But maybe it's Tonic. I don't know. Like it certainly wouldn't be the first or last time I've been I've been very wrong at absolutely just butchering people's names before, and I'm always happy for people to correct me. I mean, I don't claim to be an expert on pronunciation. But yeah, I thought it was Tony K. It'd be good if Liquipedia actually had, like, you know how Wikipedia, you can click the button and it like reads it out. That would be handy. Especially for some of the Mongolian players as well. Like, I'm like, how do you pronounce their names? Like, but yeah, we're just still waiting. We've got most of the teams in the lobby. I can't see your browser source. You're muted. Oh,
That's
you
what I was
are.
sort of
You
trying
are
to
muted.
review.
How did
Whoops.
you get muted?
I don't know. Cool, righto, I'm back. Sorry, guys. My apologies for the, well, not for the technical difficulties. But hold on 1 second. So obviously, let us know in the chat who you guys want to see get up for the fifth and final match of the esports county Pmgc East practice scrims. Jeez, that's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? This is getting longer and longer at the moment with these names. I'm sure as the season progresses, they'll get shorter and shorter. But, oh, hold on, yeah, I know what I've done. Hold on. I'll give you another link in 2 seconds' time. Righto, this one should work, and then I'll be back for you guys. Hopefully. So one more game. Surely that can't be too far off the mark.
Yeah, it should be starting any time now. I mean, I think they're a little bit overtime. They were meant to start a few minutes ago, but you know what? It's like herding cats with these teams. Like,
Does get like that. But yeah, thanks to whoever was in the chat that let me know that we were muted. That was much appreciated.
Yeah, my apologies for that one.
Cool. So who else didn't we have that we had in the lineup that was actually meant to come? Let me just have a quick look. I think we've had pretty much everyone else, haven't we?
Yes.
Yeah, so it was just FAZE. But they are an absolute beast, and I feel like they are definitely going to be a team to watch as well.
Having a chat to the organisers now just to see what the GO is here on our last game. Make sure everything's all good on their end. Appreciate everybody for your patience, of course. It's crazy that Zeus isn't here as well. Like I was really shocked to see Zeus not qualify. Like I love
Yeah,
Zeus. I was like, no, how could they not make it?
Yeah, me too. I feel like so many people after their sort of meteoric rise in PMGC last one that everyone would have been expected to see them come back and see how well they fared. So I guess it's really sort of unfortunate that they didn't make it back to that stage.
Yeah, and then it really looked like from PMPL South Asia Season 3 to Season 4, like the Nepalese teams and the Pakistani teams and the Bangladeshi teams obviously did their homework on what Mongolia had been putting out previously. Because like you just saw, not only DRS, but Deadeye's guys and a couple of these other teams just stepping up. Like you see the aggression from Deadeye's guys and DRS tonight. It's really paying off. Like this is the meta of aggression. Looks well. We're into the lobby, so you can see that light. That is the loading screen light illuminating my face, and we will be on to Miramar very shortly.
Nice. But yeah, I guess when you had the likes of like Astro Academy and all that kind of stuff, how hard they were coming up and all that kind of stuff, I think a lot of teams saw how they were playing and were adapting, and this aggression is definitely paying off for some of these teams. So I think there's probably a couple of teams that could ramp it up a little bit and see how they go by obviously increasing those aggression levels as well. So it'd be interesting to see if we do see some different teams coming out swinging in this final match of the day.
Yeah, I mean, Pika's a genius. Pika is the IGL of Astro Academy, which is now Stalwart Esports, and I think he kind of just puts, it kind of used to be like Top and Action where they were kind of the heavy artillery of the team. They were the fraggers, but now you can see, like in that last game, you can see Pika and Scry could definitely hold their own, especially in CQC, and their fragging ability has raised up. But like Pika's rotational gameplay as an IGL, like just blows my mind. Like some games I've watched where it's just like they've literally just did everything in the right order, like a sequence of events of how you should play that game perfectly. Oh, I must say, I'm starting to see DRS doing the same thing. That's what I was saying before. Like these teams are learning off each other really quickly. So it's like, even from like day to day, week to week, if one team's doing something, the other teams are starting to pick that stuff up, put it into their own gameplay as well, and make it their own.
Oh, that does become a really big factor though, as well as the teams that can adapt when it comes down to it. The teams that can adapt to the different gameplay styles, the different meta as it comes out, because it will continually adapt over PMGC as these teams try new things, essentially, to try and get or claw their way up the leaderboard. So the teams that can really adapt generally are the teams that end up at the top of the leaderboard, because they can just continually think on their feet and obviously adapt to the situations that arise. But of course, we are about to start game number 5 of the Esports County Pmgc East Practice Scrims. Thanks everyone for sticking around. We know it was a bit of a long break, but these things happen. Sometimes we've just got to wait. And the flight path obviously going to start from Los Higos and go all the way up to Tora Ahumada. So extremely similar to game number 2 that we had.
Yes, very, very similar. I just have to figure out how to get your audio.
So BTR obviously jumping very early on. Does look like we're going to have Infinity heading over to Monte de Huevo. RICO Infinity team, they decided to drop somewhere else this time. So we're not going to see that early engagement over at Monte de Huevo. So we're already starting to see some teams learn from obviously past games. So Verizon obviously just started to hit the ground south of Los Leones. We'll have a quick look at the map in just a moment, see where all these teams have dropped. Looks like Ryzen's first choice is going to be the AK Scar combo for the time being. Well, it does continue to loot on up and zone. It's going to be sort of centered up just north of Los Leones, or in between La Bandita and Los Leones. But Minas Generalis, we've got 4 rivals, and they do one where you've got either end or gonna have not easy in the next stages, but I feel like it's only just a matter of time and Minas Generalis will really start to light up as Rifrel now starts to push on in. So Appy gonna push on out. Surprised we haven't seen shots coming out from Reject, to be honest. Very, very surprised that we didn't see shots coming out, but it does look like we might not end up having a fight in Minas Generalis. Unless they are just going to actually get to a high ground, but Freak does manage to take down Fragboy, so it is actually going to be NIGMA Galaxy that's starting to get a few kills on the board. How many gets to confirm?
Alright.
As Turu Love does go down as well, so yeah, so 4 rivals actually just getting themselves up to that high ground. So obviously, sensing the players from Reject. Bit of a desktop coming out from Appy. It looks like Reject have rolled on out as well. But DEADEYES and NIGMA Galaxy obviously really going out at the moment. It's just Shifu left up. He's the last one standing. And going to try and get some long-range shots in with the UMP. But very, very tough start for DEADEYES.
Yeah, he's the last one left. It's not a good start.
Yeah, so NIGMA Galaxy
DEADEYES.
to manage to grab 3 kills under the belt, I believe. So Freak, he's going to be looking to get a bit of a first aid on these guys still outside of zone, so they will start to look to move on in kill shots.
Try and get some revenge.
I think he's actually going to pull out on this one. He did try to get some revenge in, and then obviously decided to disengage, which is obviously the smarter move if you are trying to get points. And I guess probably a little bit of practice in that regard of running solo. Not that it's a position that you do want to be in, but every little bit of practice definitely helps. So 4 rivals actually starting to go out. They do manage to get the line down, so reject. And 4 rivals do come together, and they extremely close. DRS still leaving very late, coming in from the top, obviously. Ooh, up is down. Pmgc is still left up with Lady Poo.
It's going to be reject going out very early, and I saw Duello taking himself out with a nade there as well.
It's very, very unfortunate. So 4 rivals, they will be back up to all 4 players, obviously getting 4 points on the board early on, which is great to see. That's should be a bit of a confidence boost for these guys. Obviously, we have seen them have some very, very tough games so far. So if we can, is this going to be their game? That's the real question here. Will they be able to pull one out of the bag and boost their confidence a little bit?
Look at the map. See where our circle is headed to.
The BCS is looking pretty good at the moment. Centre zone early on.
I think DRS are right out in the blue.
They're going to need to start getting a real move on now. So Infinity on the move, they are starting to come together with squad 2 and 6. Is it just me, or is it harder to read the labels when you're in map view nowadays?
It is hard, yeah. I don't know what they've done to it.
I'm fairly sure it used to have like a background or something behind it that made it a lot easier, but now there's like a jumble mess, which is pretty unfortunate. Right, so Newsy does manage to get RICO Infinity Team Wise down. Oh, Newsy will go down though. SK Tani's going to get it confirmed as well. No love lost there, but he will be eliminated. Miller
Infinity.
will get it confirmed from
RICO Infinity.
How many takes a tumble as well? It's a pretty early exit for RICO Infinity. Zassi in the distance here.
Yeah, BCS getting involved as well.
Looks like Genesis Dogma possibly in a little bit of trouble as well. 4 rivals going at it again. Sitar does manage to get a knock on one of the 4 rivals players with a nade. So it looks like those 2 teams are really starting to come together as Happy gets a knock on the Snizzle. We'll get it confirmed as well. Definitely no love lost between a couple of these teams. So Boom still yet to rock on in. Unfortunately, he's isolated from the rest of the squad as well. Will he push in now? Happy. Sorry, no, it's Leipu that is currently down. Oh, it is. Yep. So Boomsy is going to look to try and get some angles on this one. Obviously, there's going to be some long shots from far. He's got the Sky, he's got the UMP on his back. Sky is definitely going to be the better choice for shots at the moment, but unfortunately, Rick is going to get it confirmed with the pan onto his teammates. Definitely, you'd be thinking they do want to try and get some revenge, but Stalwart now starting to come into the other mix as well, edging closer and closer to 4 rivals at the moment. Saying that, this might be just their game. At the moment, they're already up to 7 kills in these early stages. We've still got 11 teams live, 34 players. Let us know in the chat who you think is going to get up.
Yeah, so we just check these locations. We can see STALWART Esports heading towards that lab and data area.
Oh, Boom's managed to find one as well. Oh, good shots coming out from Boom. Long range, found it to can get it confirmed on any of these. Looks like they may just get back into hard cover, but if he was looking to try and go in for a push now, would be the time. But I don't believe he has a vehicle, so I cannot get there extremely quickly.
And there's a solo. I mean, yeah, it's a bit.
I bet you can see that vehicle coming in the mix though as well.
Yeah, it's going to be Team Secret looking to capitalize.
They have managed to get all 3 players left back up though for 4 rivals. Oh, Jumper in a little bit of trouble now as Mollies do hit the mark. The rest of Team Secret yet to come in, but it is going to be Stalwart up on the ridge. That'll be looking to put the pressure on back onto these guys as well. So we're going to have a bit of a 3-way action. Kid does go down to Apu shots. Does manage to take that one as well. So from a distance, they're actually starting to fall apart a little bit there on that front line as they do push on up. It's just Mad Toy that is left up there. iShot's now looking to roll on in as well to try and provide it. That's the 4. They're going to go for the off angle. Riff will get confirmed as well as well as he goes down to 1 HP. But Apu will get confirmed, unfortunately, by his own teammate.
Yeah, Lappy here, solo player now. I mean, this has just gone terrible. We can see STALWART Esports now in the mix, crashing at Scry top action. They want a piece of this.
So Molly's is ready, getting it confirmed as well. Kill stolen, goes to top. Jumper confirmed for Team Secret. And I believe they're just down to 1.
Yeah, nade goes in. It's not going to connect. Lappy just holding on.
They're just chilling for the time being. Waiting for the other push to come on out.
iShot as well here.
Is iShot's going to pop on up though? That's the other question. I'm sure he'll be spotting these players coming on in.
Sniff him out.
And unfortunately, that's going to be the end of Team Secret in 10th position.
Yeah, Lappy's giving his position away. Action now pushing in. Action wants it. Oh, showing a little bit of restraint. Oh, that drop down.
Hey, you got to give him kudos for giving it a crack, and it does bring some of the STALWART players out in the open. Boom's managed to find a Scry as he pushes closer and closer and looks to try and get a nade in. This nade could connect.
Well, you better be careful. I mean, these guys don't miss.
So 8 teams remaining. Players left alive, and Boom just wants to dance around. He's just throwing so much lead down range towards Stalwart. But Stalwart, they're getting ready to move, and it looks like they will look to continue to put pressure on, especially considering this is where these guys are right on the edge.
And it's a lost circle too. Like that is
40-50% sort of urban-ish area. The hills of Los Leones.
Well, DRS, not as many kills. We thought this might be their game.
So they are going to be going up against NIGMA Galaxy. NIGMA Galaxy, unfortunately, they've lost Ruoff, but they have already got 4 kills on the board as well. They're going to be on that high side. It does look like DRS are just trying to disengage on this one, so they will look to try and get a couple of shots in as they rotate on out, but they are just unable to continue to get those sight lines. DRS driving extremely well with their rotations, obviously,
yeah, AJ,
very, very defensively.
AJ sticking around. He's still Wants to see if he can maybe catch one of them off guard. Takes Freak down to half HP.
Trying to counter for the at the moment. No, he's going to double back and start heading into a zone, which is a good move because phase 4 will be finished very soon as zone now does start to close on and these guys are on far side as well. BCS quite close to infinity, so that's going to be one to watch. BTR, same deal as obviously game 2. They're looking to spread right out on this one on that southern portion and try and control a large section of this next zone.
Yeah, we've got DWG now. Fairly close proximity is, I think Fabian might have an angle onto Skylar. Oh, look at this. This is pixel territory here. Oh, NIGMA Galaxy running the gauntlet.
Manages to make it through somehow. Maybe not.
Oh. Yep.
BIGETRON. He's doing pretty damn well.
Oh, I don't know how he got out of that. I mean, we've got Highboy and let's see. They're able to put some return fire down.
But at the moment, obviously, the position's got to go to BIGETRON at the moment. They are looking extremely solid. They've got that real high ground position. They're spread. They've got a lot of different angles. They should be able to farm up and actually get some kills in this match. We've got Logan still quite close to his DWG directly in front. Will he be able to get shots on?
Yeah, you can see circles closing. Where do you reckon it's going to go? Do you think it's going to go up to the hills and be BIGETRON's game? Or to the north? Now, this is quite often... This is quite often where
urban.
you see...
I'm going to say urban.
Oh, you're right.
It's going to be BIGETRON. Look at that. 3 high positions. BIGETRON holds all 3 of them. STALWART about to go out of the DRS in the north. Mafia Ninja gets some good shots in top. He's very low. Mafia Ninja also down low now. They're both down to pretty much 1 attack. Molly's go flying. Unfortunately, does fall that a little bit too short.
Wasn't
for
far
STALWART,
enough.
But
AJ's got a nice... AJ can really back him up here. Oh, I love the positioning from AJ there. He should have gotten a knock then, though.
It's a great Overwatch position. That's... Oh, unable to poke his head up. AJ, I'm sure the shot will start returning his direction. No, STALWART still focused on Mafia's Ninja in front. But zone now closing. This zone is definitely going to start to eat at these guys' health. They need to get moving now. And it does look like we will start to see STALWART mobilise. They're usually pretty good with their vehicles. They will move.
Oh, Action's got Mafia just pinned down.
This incredible patience in risky positions.
It's quite common. Yeah, it's quite common for them to play this area.
So Infinity will be, or God Honey will be coming in behind SECCI somewhere. It looks like we will have a lot of teams compressing on that northern side. So they're trying to battle for their position inside zone. Junie does go down to Lord.
Big name
So NIGMA
there.
Galaxy
Ooh,
now
he might be able to. Oh, he should have gone for the. He should have gone for the shot. Oh, that's close. Oh, if he gets that nade in there. Oh, do you reckon he?
That's possible.
Oh, it doesn't have to do much damage.
We'll get that revive. Riser now comes into play. That's Booms goes down. Genesis Dogma do get eliminated. They'll go out in 6th position. 5 teams now remaining. It is 15 players left alive. Infinity, unfortunately, smoked up, but they are really struggling to get across. Amity also goes down as that opens the door for Infinity to get in, but Logan goes down as well. And it's just Miller, the last one to standing, managed to get into hard cover there. So should be able to get those revivers Oh no, Logan gets finished off from the other side. It's going to be Zaxi that does get that confirmed.
What if High Boy
So
spots
BTR now starting to
Lord?
farm up.
I think he'll spot Lord there. You must hear him. Oh, Zaxi's going up against Stalwart.
He will have the Overwatch that's coming in though from the far side, but they're going to have to get ready to move as well. So you can see you, High Boy, over in the distance that should be able to hold a back Stalwart just a little bit for the time being.
Yeah, they've got Ryzen off in the backline. Hey, that's a sneaky play.
So Lord getting ready to move or the last one standing for NIGMA Galaxy. This zone is a very, very tough zone. There's a lot of open area. Obviously, you've got some ridge lines on the outside that they said might be able to take, like BTR. They're getting themselves in a very, very solid position. It's going to be very hard for these teams to contend and get in, especially for the likes of the Infinity, the DWG. They are actually in an excellent position at the moment on the southern side, but will the next zone go in their direction? That's the real question.
Yeah, Stalwart just putting a bit of suppressing fire onto High Boy. That's going to let Pika and Scry move in. Oh, they are. They really want to take the fight to BIGETRON here.
Top sunny. Oh, that angle is so close.
Don't you hate that?
Can Top get that knock? No, it's going to be shots coming from afar. Junie from DWG does manage to take down Stalwart. Tops will be eliminated there as well. Unfortunately, Stalwart, they will now just go down at 2-2, but Ryzen also goes down as well. DWG are really starting to come into play from that position.
Yeah,
on the low side, they've got that hard cover.
It's just looking like DWG's game. I mean, they've pretty solid so far. Look at the kill counts on these teams. So Infinity sitting on 7.
High under pressure, forced to flee back, but he needs to get in a vehicle. There you go, he does. He runs down the cliff face and will look to regroup with the rest of the squad. Pika now goes down, and Scry unfortunately does get eliminated as well.
That is... This is... So you know what? I'm saying it now. This is BIGETRON's game.
These guys are really now starting to play. Tani unfortunately does go down. Another kill secured.
They have come down
BIGETRON
from the mountaintop. But Forest, ooh, what is this?
Forest,
what is this angle?
Brilliant.
But Zaxi says, don't. Mate, Zaxi's like, don't try that. Here, yeah, BIGETRON. They're in the driving seat now. It's a 3v3 with Forest knocked. Zaxi with the AWM. High Boy does get quite a lot of his health bar missing. Ooh.
Forrest, though, at least at the moment, he's got the opportunity to provide some information on where those players are. If DWG can get an opportune nade in,
oh, it could go either way. I mean, but you got to look at this. Look at the map. There is a tiny bit of it that BIGETRON do have.
That's behind a region. That's going to be all that really matters. Unless DWG can sneak up some vehicles or smart cover. And it's going to be a tough one. Most of the vehicles are trashed by now.
Oh, it's going to be a turkey shoot. I mean, they've got to push in open. You can see the smoke's going out already. As the clock hits 0, they have to push in now.
BTR just licking their lips at the moment, waiting for DWG to be forced out. So many utilities, massive smoke walls coming out. Can they get enough to get themselves into zone and get themselves in to cover? Right, they're looking to get some big shots here.
DWG making it happen. Fabian though. Oh, look at High Boy guy though. High Boy with the double. That's one on the game.
And thus the BTR win Game 5 of the Esports County Pmgc East Practice Scrims. Well done, BTR, with a 3-man squad, 11 kills, definitely on a comeback.
What did I say, Secchi, at the start? I said, you know, I just don't feel like this is the BIGETRON that we've been seeing.
Definitely patience towards the end there, and they knew their time to strike. Obviously, that kill onto Forrest, I think, was a real pivotal one, as in Forrest could have put so much hurt in BTR if he had managed to get up into that real high position.
Yeah, that was like it was like he had a brilliant idea, and he almost executed on it, but Zuxi had an AWM, and he just said nice try, 10 points for effort, but no. It was it was definitely after that I was like, they've done it. This is their game. I mean, and that's what I was saying before. I was like, you know, we're seeing BIGETRON like kind of getting in the top 5 with no kills. That's not big, you know, like what are they doing? You know, and we just saw like this is the kind of team that, you know, won the world championships in the past. Like they are that kind of team, and it's good to see High Boy in the mix. He's a new player. He replaced Micro Boy, and yeah, you High Boy. Which team did you High Boy come from?
My memory is too trash for that at the minute.
Oh, that's
my
right.
apologies. I should know this one, but yeah.
I just Google it.
Game
like,
for
yeah.
DWG as well.
Yeah, I mean they had it in the back at one point, but then, you know, the zone. Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, it was super tough.
Infinity, they had quite a few kills as well at one point.
So managed to
so
get
he's
7 kills.
U-High's from Team Secret as well. So that's
it, yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, that's interesting.
So Stalwart obviously getting up in 4th as well with 5 still solid points coming out from those guys.
Stalwart
and
had a
NIGMA
really good
Galaxy.
game. I mean, it could have went either way. If Zone went to the north, I mean, Stalwart would have won it, right? But it didn't.
Yeah, DWG, yeah. If it had gone to them, they had that hard cover, they would have been likely. Yeah,
those Lost Leone zones are rough, but kind of BIGETRON were always around that area up in those hills, quite spread out, and it really paid off for them. NIGMA Galaxy been very consistent tonight. I think DRS didn't get too many kills in this one. Good game for 4 rivals. They had 7 kills, so they're you know, starting to find their groove.
Yeah, definitely starting to lift that aggression a little bit. Obviously, they've just got to start trying to convert that into some placement points now, because they can sort of consistently get those sort of kills and get a few. But yeah, I guess any final thoughts, Casey?
Oh, my phone died, so you won't have my webcam.
I was gonna say you're like frozen there.
Yeah, I must have unplugged it. Final thoughts. Oh, look, it's the season to be jolly. Like, you know, Pmgc's on again. It's like, I just love it. It's nothing excites me more than getting to watch these teams, and I want to know who's going to come out on top. Maybe this will be the time we actually beat the 3 teams from China. Like, you know, maybe it won't be Nova. Maybe it'll be DRS. That is the #1 team. Maybe it'll be Stalwart. Maybe BIGETRON will retake the title. Maybe it could be someone like Team Secret. Like, it's because we saw last time with Zeus, any team can come up from a PMCO, get to the World Championships, go against the Titans, and you know, and hold their own. You know, it's just gonna be really amazing to see who that is this time.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously, it's generally a pretty good show as well. So make sure you do check that one out.
But there'll be plenty more action like tonight on Esports County in the future. So, of course, get subscribed, hit the like button. Don't forget to get involved in all the socials. And, of course, follow SECCI and me and myself on our own channels. We do stuff from time to time. But, yeah, thanks, everyone who's tuned in. It's been, look, I have to say, SECCI, I've enjoyed reading the chat, seeing, you know, I'm looking at it now and there's all the love hearts in there. So, yeah, thanks, everyone, for all your kind comments. Any final words, Secchi?
No, I think you pretty much covered. Obviously, make sure you smash that follow button here on Esports County. And yeah, thanks everyone. I hope you had a good night, and I will see you guys next time